Hello, everyone. Welcome, Puzzle Wednesday. I'm Ratttz. We're here with Puzzle Bobble 4. This is the funny one with chaining and characters and a slug in a bag. Joining me on the microphone tonight, we have Juicey.
I don't want anyone to pick the slug in the bag this time.
That's fair.
We're finally free.
We are free. We're playing with mirror rules tonight.
See my devil on.
Hell yeah. And also joining me on the microphone tonight, we have Deka Fumo Death Cult.
Slug in a bag all the way to grand finals, baby. Let's go.
Swear to God, I will fight you.
Oh my God. Incredible. Incredible. Chad, I want you to know, I do want to impress on you, like, the trauma of this top tier character. Puzzle Bobble 4 is defined by its character meta, which is a little more overwhelming than Puzzle Bobble 3. Brum is quite strong and very stable, and a lot of the other characters are not particularly strong and also not particularly stable, which doesn't mean that they're bad or unfun, but you know, you just wouldn't see them. So Deka, do you want to explain the mirror rules for chat?
So the way mirror rules work is, I'm assuming it's the same as Magical Drop. We'll have a default starting character who is... Do we have a default starting character?
We have Bob and Bob.
Okay, Bob and Bob are going to be our starting character. They have a pretty standard pattern. It can be a little explosive because it's not particularly messy, but it's what you can expect from Puzzle Bobble. And then the loser of each match is going to get to pick the character that both of you will play in the subsequent round. You cannot pick a character you have won on. Good old Dave's stupid rule. But it's going to be very interesting because historically, Bram, the slug and bag, is very good. He has very annoying wood blocks on the edges of his pattern that make it very difficult for you to utilize the outside of your board, which leads to you getting really clogged up. And with the way damage works in this game, not having multiple avenues to look at your stack leads to a very quick demise when you have like 15 lines of incoming damage waiting in your queue. So we're going to see a pretty interesting shift in the meta as players kind of... There's like... I was playing some warm-ups with Spacey Soundy earlier, and I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that there's like two sorts of characters. There's explosive characters, and there's like technique characters. Sure. You almost have to solve the stack. So it's going to be interesting to see the balance between, like, tanky, sendy, everything explodes now, let's just go all the way sort of gameplay, and, like, a more tentative, I'm going to make every shot count, because if I, like, defending each line of incoming garbage is going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I've definitely found that Bob and Bob, like, that matchup is just so explosive because you make one good drop and then your whole board chains because all the colors are pretty evenly distributed in like these layers.
And they're clumped up typically too.
Yeah. And so I just never had to really deal with that pressure before as Brum because I would just kill them. You know, and then they'd be like, all right, well, I lived to send enough to send you, you know, like 4 lines. And I'm like, well, now I kill you harder. So that's not going to be our experience tonight. The Bob and Bob matchup is a lot of like swinging back and forth. I think Robot plays pretty similarly to that, but with
Robot's like, even crazier because it only sends 3 colors.
Dude, I love Robot. I think Robot's incredibly fun. Robot is so loud.
There were definitely some rounds that I was playing today where we both had like 8 or 9 lines in our next queue.
Yep.
And the round kept going.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, if you're taking the right shots and you're judging and you're hitting your bets with where you discard, you can get some really explosive stuff even with a ton of damage rolling in.
Sure. Alrighty, so our hardworking TOs tonight are Notester and Just Alex. I'm sure they'll be firing off the match calls pretty soon. Thank you for listening to us yak about this very cool game. I think it's just incredible. Make sure you thank Notester and Alex both now and later. They make these run very smoothly. We're going to head on over to the tournament zone where you can see the ruins of Deka's last game with Spacey Soundy. You played quite the set.
Yes,
friend.
It was a very good set.
Yeah. We won't be... Our tournament matches will not be looking like that tonight. We're playing 3 and 5. 3 because this game moves kind of fast, and also if you played FD2, you probably wouldn't experience the character meta all that much. We're hopping into Deka v Juicey v Jacob. Oh, hold up.
Pick Brum.
Oh,
you got
a late wrong character. All right. Also, I realized I've not mapped my buttons for this. Give me a second.
Wow. There's only one button, Juicy.
Yeah, I didn't map it.
To shoot or not shoot? That's the question, my friend.
If you map all the buttons, you can unlock the secret Konami code that lets you swap your next queue piece.
Lets you play as Sonic Blast Man again.
I would, unironically, we love Proto Brum, you know?
Yeah. He only has the one wood block instead of a wood block on both sides.
Yeah. I think it's like further out to the edge too, so it's like not quite as big a deal.
Yeah, the fact that Brum's just 1 in from the edge just makes it so cruel.
Alrighty.
Back in.
Juicy starting off with Jacob here. Just a little bit of fun chaining from Juicy, so you can really plan your stack in this game. Figure out how you're getting the big damages. So like Jacob just drew this blue. If he drops it off of this red stem, it'll chain.
And that's going to be a big one. That's the whole board.
That's
Juicy is going to have to play some pretty solid defense now.
Mm-hmm.
With
I see what you mean with
6
this
lines.
character rubber banding really hard.
Oh yeah.
With the character meta the way it is, though, there's counterplay against this character because everything he sends is not particularly difficult to send back. Juicy getting a little unlucky on the next queue there, though. Gonna make the comeback difficult.
Yeah, managing your drops so that way you're always able to chain down against, an enemy bub is like pretty big in this matchup. It's pretty challenging too because your pattern might get bridged in like an unexpected way. And if that happens to you, you are going to taste it, my friend. You are not going to have a good time. And see, this incoming garbage from Jacob actually bridging up a drop for Juicy, yeah. Oh, do we have multiple voices? We have an echo? Is that what you were talking about, chat?
Alright, we're going to evil bub.
We love Devilon here. I actually think I like Devilon. So Devilon's got like a slightly different pattern, right? But it's not quite as like messed up as the Bub and Bob one. I actually like low-key despise where I'm just like, yeah, I just sent a bazillion to my opponent, and my opponent's like, actually Uno reverse card. Like
a little tanky Cindy.
Yeah. Not, I really dislike it. Yeah. I do get owned by it every now and again. All right, Juicy, looking for a drop somewhere.
Really looking
but-
to drop a blue. Oh, but now that big blotch in the back is blocked off, and
Ooh.
Juicy is locked out here.
Oh yeah, definitely. So when you're at bottom board like that, you can only target like the four interior bubbles in that sort of situation, which makes it pretty challenging to actually like get much done. Juicy scheming on this green drop. Oh yeah.
Whoop, we've got a big one. It's explosive. It keeps going.
Now he's just gonna form this blue stem. Decides against it. He needs a red drop to form his next chain. So right now, it doesn't even matter. Jacob's dead. But we're playing some pretty patient and slow, pretty pokey puzzle bobble, which, I mean, after getting exploded is probably fair. Because this game will do that to you. It's very scary to take risks when at any moment your opponent is like, my board, I didn't need it.
The pace of this... Oh, I like that. Juicy putting the yellow on the right side of the board and then dropping it instead of trying to go for the really awkward... That's a very good Bobble 4 practice. Like,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you really need to be
you
really need to be planning your drops in this game. Otherwise, you may get owned. All right, Jacob got this red. Would have loved to have made that into a drop. He lucks out. Red arrives in column 2.
Oh, unable to squeeze that orange through the gap.
Oh, look at this.
But this green is going to chain a lot.
Oh, God, it's a whole board.
Going to go away. So Juicy has like 9 lines to play through here. This is going to be a little awkward. Juicy really has to make sure he finds the drops.
Oh, we have an orange coming up, but oh, he manages to find one, but it's not enough. It's not a chain.
It's not a chain.
Alrighty. We're doing old man? No.
Alright, this is a very funny pattern.
The Marino's,
you gotta be careful with this pattern. I think this is one of the thinker patterns. You gotta be real thoughtful about what you do with once the damage starts rolling in.
Oh, for sure.
It gets funny, is the best way I can put it.
Yep.
And making use of the like combo effect is going to be key to surviving. Juicy, unfortunately, missing a couple of these bank shots, is going to lose the first round.
Alrighty. Yeah, I feel like when I'm playing Marino, I really don't always want to slam my opponent all at once. Especially if they have like a pair, because otherwise they're just going to snap back your entire thing. Like, look at if Jacob draws a blue here. Oh no!
And he doesn't. The ceiling push. Also just, I think, trying to get around the stack with that red, and unfortunately coming up dry. All right, we've got a nice explosive start from Juicey.
Now Jacob's pieces are basically useless. He has to draw repeated greens and blues. He did draw the greens. We will be able to chain a lot of this back to Juicy, but it's only 2 lines, and I feel like Juicy can probably handle that pretty well. We have a chain forming for Jacob off these reds. He does have to make the shot, which he does. Pretty solid, but actually not enough to live.
Options are very limited at this point. Oh, and that's bridge.
Oh, Juicy's gaming.
Not good. Yeah.
What are the character
bridge in the
rules?
middle there was the beginning of the end, and Juicy came in with a swift Oki to finish off. All right, going to the slug in a bag. Here we go.
The slug is fun.
You kind of play Bram both ways. You can play him as a very explosive character, and you can also kind of play him as a thinker character. There's a lot. As difficult as his pattern is to deal with, there is some tank and send potential, because edges of his board, as clogged up as they get with the wood blocks, do have a lot of red. So if you prepare your board properly, you can do some things that make it a bit easier.
Definitely. And it's just
Jacob
like gentle, persistent
wall shot there.
Juicey applying this pretty stable, persistent pressure. The sort of thing that Brum is actually really good at. Would really love to find some blues here for Juicey. Okay. Jacob's in peril, but we have a single line coming out. That's going to do it. Yeah, Juicey wisely choosing not to take the bank shot of all time. Instead finds a great chain. Look at this.
And then it's going to send the entire board. That's 3 lines.
And Jacob actually did not draw gas. He needs to draw... Yeah,
he's dead.
He needed a pair. Alrighty. We're going to see who Jacob picks here. He could just re-challenge the Braum, but okay.
Okay, so this is one of the really interesting characters because there is no poking with the totem pole. Only sends full lines and they from the top. So your stack building has to be very smart.
Definitely.
It's probably one of the least explosive characters.
But if you're good at chaining and you send over like a blueberry and a half, your opponent is not playing the video game. Their life is over.
Very little recourse.
Yeah.
If you're taking 5 lines, you can't like build your stack in a funny way to drop it off the board because it's coming in from the top. You can't shield yourself from that. Definitely a character you want to stay higher on the board.
And Juicey has a great greed here if he didn't whiff this red shot, or this yellow shot. We're just at downstacking a little bit. This is something that can happen in this matchup where both players are like, I don't really feel like committing, so I just won't. We'll see how this plays out. Juicey developing he's got a yellow drop off a blue stem. He bridges it. Thinking about chaining off these blues. But the greens, unfortunately, were not ready just yet. Okay, we do have a green chain.
Nice.
We're actually going to blow up some big stuff instead.
Okay,
oh, great drop from Jacob. Send over that's almost a blueberry, actually. 4 lines.
The blueberry is 5 lines. So, fortunately for Juicey, a lot of the colors coming in are the same, so...
Oh, he needs to make a really good bank shot here.
Oh, he needs this blue. Oh, and he does not angle it hard enough.
Okay. Both players emptying their boards.
Actually cannot get the tuck. So, when you drop a Cascade Orb, it will find the highest pair on your board to match. However, split 2s will not count. So the 2 greens up there on Juicey's board, or that cluster of greens right there, will not get cascaded to.
Really?
If there is a gap in a big match, like there's 2 on one side and 1 on the other, the cascade will find that, but
Oh, I see.
not go for a gap on if there is only 2 orbs
I see.
that
I
aren't
see.
touching.
All right, Jacob got kind of a foamy looking board. It's kind of a mess here. We do find a little bit of a chain, but he really needs to find a blue drop somewhere on his board in order to chain into some of the stuff. Might need another one actually.
Actually,
unfortunately,
an orange drop would solve all of his problems right now. Actually,
that's true as well. We got one.
That orange.
Oh yeah. Now our board's much more stable. We didn't send that much damage because when there's a bunch of gaps in there, you're not dropping as many orbs, and you do also want to chain multiple times. You know, just like any other chaining puzzle game.
I don't know exactly how the damage formula works, but there is some sort of chain multiplier. Unfortunately, Jacob not able to hit the impossible tuck with those greens.
Juicey finding a little bit of action. Jacob, we're kind of just hanging out. You find a little cascade here and there. Building a red stem. We blocked it off with his orange. Oh, that's a cute trick.
Well, that's a big yellow match. Jake has a opportunity to make a lot of damage happen here.
Yeah, there's a lot of action on the board. You have a blue, but this doesn't cascade.
Yeah, there's none of.
You have this yellow shape here, but I don't know if he sees it.
Went for it early. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
And that's going to be a nice match. But Juicey also going to send his entire board. Unfortunately, on the worst end of the damage ping pong, taking 4 lines to Jacob's 2.
Ooh. This bridge.
Oh, wow, what a bank shot from Juicey.
Hell yeah. We would love to find a yellow or a red cascade here, but I don't know how he could make that happen in a reasonable time frame. You may have to settle for doing a red bank shot, but he's closed that avenue off by stacking in the far right column. Oh, actually, he has it right here. No, he bridged it.
Okay. It's
okay.
An immediate green.
He bridged it there too. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Juicey just drawing the orbs in the wrong order.
GG's. Let's go, Jacob. Congratulations.
Colors there just blocked off immediately. And unfortunately. So we got a hard-fought match for our first round.
Oh, yeah.
Going to game 5.
Yeah, some of the push from the bottom characters can take some time, especially if the damage is not like truly Unga. But as the bracket advances, we should see a little bit more cascading, and that changes those characters pretty dramatically. But also the sometimes the garbage that they send can be really friendly. Like, I don't know if you've seen it, but Juicey received like a bunch of horizontal lines, and those can be oh yeah,
utter for latent dynamite in your stack. For big things to come. All right, it's going to be Note and Spacey Soundy. So I played quite a few games with Spacey Soundy earlier, and they're quite good at the more explosive characters.
Hell yeah!
I'm interested to see where they decide to take Note.
Yep.
And I'm not as familiar with
Devilon
Note in Puzzle Bobble, especially 4, but. This could be a slobber knocker here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Spacey Soundy's got like a really good grip on the chaining mechanics. That seems like a pretty straightforward thing for it to figure out. Oh yeah, yeah, you can see it literally from their first placement. Hell yeah. But unfortunately, no follow-up chain because the oranges are totally blocked off. Note, emptying the board. We got an additional line coming out, but unfortunately, it's coincided with a natural push.
The natural push, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Almost Spacey, almost with an avenue out there, but the push coming at the worst possible time.
A great tuck from Note. Sending over the damages. We do love a little bit of damages. Spacey's definitely, like, really going deep on some of these greeds. Find some good action, too. Oh, yeah. And what I love about that chain is that, like, it left a bunch of action on Spacey's board. So that way it can...
are looking kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
If we can just fish for the green chain on this left overhang on Spacey's side.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't even come into play.
Well, you know, it doesn't really matter. Holy moly, I don't understand what y'all are saying at all. This fucks. God bless.
You know? God bless. Alrighty. Note's looking a little bit under pressure, but we do have some blue action here.
Didn't quite get converted into a chain because the red trigger was kind of locked off. Doesn't matter now, it happened.
And this is like the thing about this character is that if you're just in a slightly awkward mid-board situation and your opponent like immediately sends back all of their garbage, you die. Like,
yeah,
you die.
Bob is just like the fool mirror match.
Yeah, it is, it is very much a fool-esque match.
Basically doing a little bit of cascading, but receiving a bunch of garbage as a reward. May need to scheme on a drop here somewhere.
Oh
yeah, here it is.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, we need a yellow drop for Spacey.
The green's gonna cover bases, though.
Spacey's safe now, but like until we get the yellows, there's not going to be a ton of damage.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Right, a huge chain coming in from Note, 5 lines and change.
A casual blueberry.
But this isn't like if you're gonna receive a blueberry, this is not a bad character to do it on.
No, not at all.
You can definitely play through. Oh, but okay, sees the opportunity on the left. Unfortunately, does not have much action. Oh, with the 50-50. The damage to saying, yeah, I'm gonna go in the one combo that will kill you.
I love how we call it the 50-50. Like, that really is the best. So, chat, anytime there's a situation when you have any piece at the bottom of your board, there's a chance that any incoming garbage will go over the line and kill you. And there's no way to know the approximate odds of that happening. So we just say it's 50-50. It either happens or it doesn't.
Look, yeah, exactly. There's 2 outcomes. You live or you die. What's worth getting in the weeds over that for?
You must be great at gambling.
You know, on principle I don't, but if I tried. Don't ever put me in a situation.
I would hate to be put in a situation.
All right, we're going to the
love
old
this
man.
character, for the record. I think
This
Old Man's a lot of
character
fun.
is deceptively explosive.
Yeah.
The pattern looks all jumbled, and then you get into play, and suddenly there's fireworks.
Yeah, I feel like if you have a really strong chain theory, this character really, like, basically, what if Bub was a bit more technical? Which makes me happy, because I don't like getting randomed out by Bub, but being able to have access to that big chunky damage without, but like it's like skill gated, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not free.
There is a lot of reward for properly seeding your board with drops, like sticking pairs in the right places will get you a lot in this character. This was probably the character Spacey took the most games off of me on.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Like, his Oki pressure seemed to be good. That's what we in the industry call it.
Pretty solid, yeah. We have a great drop forming for Spacey, but Note's got a lot of stuff on board. But no reds.
Use the reds. Only real downside is, like, it cuts off any chain potential for a little bit. But having an entire line's worth of reds is, you know, probably makes up for it a little bit.
Pretty solid. Oh, Note does have to make a great shot here.
Do we?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, no more choice.
Shallow.
Oh, incredible. Let's go, old man.
The G himself. Ooh, Leon. This is a thinker's character.
Definitely,
For sure.
definitely. So my overall strategy for this character is to try and keep the center board open as much as possible, because basically she has a chance to spawn there's a chance to spawn a wild gem in any even row, right? And so you want to have access to that, so that way you can plan some cool chains and drops off of hitting that. Note is absolutely buried here.
Just not finding a way out of that. Yeah, this character is all about, you wait for the star orb to come in, and then you look at your board and you think, okay, how do I Swiss cheese my board in a way that will make it explode without removing all of the damage?
Absolutely. Yeah, because you really want to set it up so that way if you pop a wild orb, you're just like, oh, the damage.
Funniest 50-50. Just right in the middle.
Alrighty. Spacey's got kind of a centerboard jumble here, but we are finding some cascades here and there.
Note is not getting to that star anytime soon.
No. Well,
You know how it is. It's all. Oh my god.
Just Spacey so close
Sorry,
to being able to
Spacey.
get that orange drop, but unfortunately does not find it.
yeah, centerboard access for that character. I'm not saying that it's like be all end all of that character, but it will help like big time.
One of the few characters where it can be worth bridging your strat to make sure you get access to that power orb, though. It can be the difference between life and death.
Alrighty, we're advancing to winners round 2 here. Gonna be me versus Jacob Drag.
You. 3 of you in a trench coat versus Jacob Drag.
Avenge me.
I will. I might lose the Bub matchup because I actually hate it, but I won't lie to you. I've been randomed out by Bub many times. It's pretty rough when one of your worst characters is the default one.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
I was gonna say that. Didn't you workshop the rule set for this?
I did. I did it because I was specifically tired of playing my best character. Alrighty, so me and Jacob are in match. I'm on the left.
Loading it.
So not used to doing that.
Why does Spike Kid say you're on the right?
It's lying.
It is.
I don't think it is.
What do you mean? Jacob's on the left.
Yeah, Jacob's on the left.
Me.
Okay.
Jacob's kind of in the box, but
yeah. Oh, we get a little
finds
bit
a way out, actually.
There's no real groupings that the chance it's gonna go to greens, but that's still like, yeah. I feel like Bob, no build up, make clear, do thing.
yeah, it can be like that.
There is definitely a calculus to greeting on the character.
I was never good at calculus, so. I just like how long they've been dedicated to making the Bubble Dragons have the most annoying voices in the world.
It's true, they do have a pretty terrible voice,
They
but
have
you know,
talented people making them sound the most annoying in the world. Like Devilon in this game, and I think Super Puzzle Bobble is voiced by Ryusei Nakao, who is Frieza's voice actor.
that's incredible, frankly.
Taito's on that shit, yeah.
Right, that is a very large yellow mass that is building on Jacob's board. Unfortunately, not going to get a chance to engage with it.
Bub's voice was fine in Puzzle Bobble 3, Bus Moon Man. I don't ever remember.
A robot?
I can't ever not pick Last Man.
We're going to Explosion City.
Ooh.
I love this character. I think he's so funny.
You just like the loud, funny fireworks. I get it.
He's incredibly funny. Like,
All right, big chain activation from Ratttz. 4 lines incoming. Jacob has some work to do here. Unfortunately, unable to fend off that one last little orb poking into the...
Ratttz, I don't get how you like this matchup any more than Bob and Bob, because everything's looking highly rubber bandable.
yes, but it's really funny.
That's all it takes, yeah?
That's all it takes, yeah.
Okay.
To quote one of my good friends from college, if it's funny, it's $1.
God.
I think I just take this.
Oh, we got a blueberry and then some on Rat's side.
This is definitely a pattern you can play through a blueberry, though. If Ratttz finds the right pieces...
all these reds are not the right pieces. Neither the orange...
I literally didn't draw one of them. I'm just like, why am I drawing orange? That's not actually in my attack pattern.
Commentator's Curse is hitting harder than ever tonight. That's like, you can play through that. Ratttz is not allowed another move.
Emphasis on can, not will be able to. Wow, great from Ratttz there.
Okay, we're starting to get a little down.
Closing off some important pieces, and it's gonna make that damage add up.
Rat's up 2-0.
Oh yeah, this character is also a lot of fun. What's his name? G.
G. He's a G. Oh wow, what a board start. Okay, so Ratttz has created. Okay, just gonna drop the whole board early.
Why not?
Agreed, that's why.
I do like greeting sometimes. It is funny. I think I'm gonna do that
He's
to
got
make
a
sure I
very
live.
Wario-esque voice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's a good bit. Look at that green option. That didn't even chain. That's just a lot. Ratttz still has a very weird fork on right board.
Okay, definitely finds a way down though.
We only need one more round for her to close things out.
Oh, Ratttz has an up dash shoot to the moon on deck here.
I love
looking for that blue.
Yes, just centers your cursor completely. They didn't have to do that. They could have been mean. Okay. Ratttz doing the right thing, just waiting it out. It's like, waiting it out. Technically checkmate, but you can keep pressing buttons, accepting damage faster.
Oh my god, GG's. Thanks for playing. G's a lot of fun. G kind of requires you to, sweat some of the details a little bit, but he still hits hard and leaves a bunch of chain garbage that you and your opponent can fight over.
He's like the second most viable character.
So Marino is pretty viable, yeah. Just because Marino punishes you on colors like really, really hard. In a way that the other rainbow character doesn't. I also feel like the baby.
The baby has a lot of potential. The rainbow orbs on top and then the full line push in the back makes it really awkward to defend.
Yeah, I think the baby's an incredible character. Also, like, when you win, the baby like plays with the little party the party thing is so funny. Oh my god.
Hard rocks.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. So Chickapoo is an extremely strong PB1 player. But I would say that this game does not really lend itself well to all of the skills that PB1 teaches you. Like, you'll still want to make extremely strong vertical greeds in order to access a bunch of colors to chain with. But if you make shapes like that, a bunch of the characters can punish that super hard. In fact, that's part of the reason why Bub is so hard for conventional Puzzle Bobble players, because if you greed how you conventionally would, and then your opponent snaps back garbage, you could die before you actually get access to cutting your stem. It's just pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
It's also, this is a game where you want to make sure that your stack can accept damage, because there's going to be a lot of it. And just building vertical stems, even if they're fast, you can't shoot pieces quite as fast in this game as you can in Bobble 1. So you have to like temper your pace expectations. You can't outspeed your opponent the same way you can
definitely
in 1.
Well, Chickapoo hasn't checked in for her match. Not available on Fightcade.
I added them on there. We'll see if that moves things along.
You're gonna use technology?
Sometimes. Oh, we got an... Oh! So, someone was maybe not paying attention to their Discord pings, but...
That's okay, happen. Like...
Happens to the best of us.
You forgot how
available.
There's a little, if you click on your little face in the bottom left, you can
there we go.
You can change yourself. Oh, it Looks like Deka's off playing Thai.
Got.
You're coming out of retirement? Hell yeah! Gotta put on your reading glasses to figure out where the status change button is. I'm right there with you. I understand. I feel similarly when I'm playing some. Oh, when was my retirement?
Yeah.
I'm older than you.
That means nothing. You're dodging the question.
I recently started playing more stuff. You know, I'm playing more fighty games.
I mean, I'm happy for you, but that still does not elaborate when the thing stopped.
You know, in a time and place. Yo, we got some fierce puzzle bobble going on here. We're using mechanics. You know,
Ratttz needs to nail the red shot. It feels harder to aim in this than some of the other puzzle bobbles. I'll admit I've been playing original and
oh sure.
I've been playing 3. I've been playing every bubble, and I've been playing Azumanga because they had that cabinet at CEO this year. And each one still has a slight different feel on like how bank shots work.
Thank you. You know, I'm glad. Because I say that to other people and they don't believe me.
No, it just does not handle.
They just feel a little bit different, yeah. Alright, Chickapoo with an empty board. We're scheming on how we're gonna figure out these drops here. We're doing some heavy greeting, but this shape is actually crazy vulnerable. She's gonna have to find a red from somewhere. We do have some chain food, but it's not massive. We need to find a red drop. Oh, actually, we have a great bounce. But as you can see, it only did 3 lines, which is actually how much it would do in PB1. But this game, you can really juice the damage, you know? Hardrock's missing a bank shot. You hate to see it.
That's why I feel like I don't know how rubber bandy the bubble dragons are supposed to be. Like, yes, they get you big single clears, and that's still a good poke.
Yep.
But maybe all the damage accepting nerfs chain potential could just not matter. But it feels like we have room to theory craft because it's the first time we're exploring a lot of the cast in situations they don't get steamrolled in.
All right, we have some slug gaming. You're going into retirement by playing puzzle games more. Hell yes. I'm glad. Better this than Final Fantasy 14, huh? Or Mahjong.
Yeah.
Those are the other FGC retirement homes. Ardrox is in utter peril here. Chickapoo is playing at a pace that, like, this game is much slower than classic Puzzle Bobble, but a pacier player, I feel like they can really pilot high tiers quite effectively. So like G and Brum, and to a lesser extent Marino, and maybe even the baby, I feel like they're able to just sort of out APM people and bully them pretty severely. Though Chickapoo does have these really awkward we got Wi-Fi lag. We're connecting from Brazil, baby. Oh, from Brazil, the bees. Africanized killer bees for your delectation. Oh, Chickapoo! Brum does have a bee in his name. You know, you got me there. He's a bee. He's a slug, not a bee. What's up, Juicey?
No, I'm just trying to think, like, I know Puzzle Bobble, I think for like where it chooses to snag and like stick on pieces, it biases towards right alignment.
It does.
It's it just feels. I don't want to say like the aiming or like rebound is different. It feels like the snag rules feel a little different.
Oh,
the bubbles
I see.
are definitely different size in this game.
Yes. Something about the magnetism of it feels different.
Unfortunately, this natural push occurring at the same time a line arrives. That's all it takes to round out, but Ratttz managed to do pretty well in that matchup, I felt like. Really quite close to taking that game.
All right.
Make sure our B's in here.
What is Rattz's last counter pick going to be?
Was it baby time? You have 1 second. Oh, Marino. Yo, you can't. Yo, you have to choose faster than that. Like, you're the only one with bad connection. I see.
It's a little short in this game, so.
If you hit, oh, you can't. Now you're in a ranked match. So I encourage you, if you are having trouble like this, if you and your opponent, you know, are okay with playing this through, that's fine. But if you are worried about this happening to you tonight, choose an unranked game, because if you play an unranked game, you're capable of resetting the console without ending the match.
F3 is a friend.
Yeah. If you're playing a ranked game, you're not able to F3, you're not able to F2. So bear that in mind. If you don't want this to happen to you, then just play an unranked game. Looks like they might remake. Yeah, they're remaking. Okay, cool. Yeah, I encourage you to remake. Because it does matter, like, unironically. Marino is actually a stronger character than Baby is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right. All the elo gone like tears in the tears in the rain. All right, we're back with the Marino match. Marino's a fun character. His poking game is extremely strong, just like any other Rainbow Bubble character. But if you go for like really deep long chains, you have to make sure that you kill your opponent. If you let them live, you will regret it. As Chikapoo is snapping this garbage back, and Ratttz now in dire straits. That bubble covering up the green stem is so huge. I have a little bit of action. Ratttz needs to find this yellow drop. Now with this additional garbage, it's no longer an option. I don't know what the plan is. Oh, actually, if he gets a blue here, it's huge, because he would convert the rainbow as it drops. That's actually one of the considerations of playing as and against Marino, is that when you drop rainbow bubbles, they convert to their color first before they fall, which means that you can plan your drops from your stems, which is a very interesting and unique way to play. One of the things I really appreciate about this Mermaid Twink. I
feel like you were waiting to say that.
I love saying it. I will say the thing more. Great drop from Chikapoo. 2 lines. Good night. GG's. Chikapoo with a clean 3-0 sweep. Congratulations on your winners round 2 match. We also have a Deka and a tie, right?
Yep. You're still playing?
I'm playing loser of that.
You're playing Juicey. Oh, you're playing Juicy losers with them. Right. I might poke my head in there. Why not? Nobody can stop me.
I technically can't.
Nobody can stop me.
Yeah,
I'm just too powerful.
The little pixie girl.
Oh,
the funny boing boing sound.
My FB Neo definitely crashed, so I'm gonna try that a second time.
Deka's up 1.
There we go.
2-1 situation. And we're kind of in the gambling pit. 2 stars.
Ty got the drop though. Deka's got to find a way to it though.
Well, that's
no way.
Kinda helps.
Oh, it's so free.
Okay, now Ty is in the gambling pit.
Oh yeah, we're looking at that wild gem and we're just like, please give it to me. Oh, a second time? Oh yeah, okay. You know it. Oh, we're video gaming. Yeah, oh yeah. We're video gaming. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, it's slightly blocked now.
All right, now Ty has to make a real shot.
Okay,
wow,
what
cool. A great shot. Let's go.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, but center board for Ty is so buried now. He can't keep doing it. I'm sorry that we get.
Yes. Everything's gone. All of it.
Oh, this character is so fun. So this character's quite bad in the original rules. But in this format, she's a lot of fun. Like, I just really enjoy this matchup. It's not good. Like, you may taste it every now and again.
A lot sillier.
Oh yeah. All right, Deka is dead. There's no way. I'm calling it.
No.
Oh. Oh, the wooden block. Oh my god.
Oh, now we're dead.
What a run! No, he's not dead. He's alive.
Wait.
No! Oh wait. Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. That match was like 5 minutes long.
Oh my god, he didn't even win. We still have another game. Jesus Christ. Come on. Get out of here. All right, we have some chain food for Deka here. We have a great one even. We're thinking about gambling. Let's go gambling. Oh, we're absolutely chilling. Look at this. We don't need our board. It's getting out of here. Hi. Ooh, center board's so low for him. He needs to draw a...
You never know.
What? That didn't send any damage though.
He may have hit he may have overflow.
That's funny.
If that's even possible.
All right. You know what? Fair. Who was I to doubt? You know? Holy moly. This character's really such a gift. Like, I hope you're having fun, chat, because I'm having a blast. Deka's greeting.
Ty's getting a little lost in the weeds here, it feels like. Because we're not digging out
great chain from Deka.
Okay, you know what? Play-by-play is just not how this game works. Things happen.
Alright, what's the plan for Ty here? So, he receives this line. He doesn't... Oh, no, don't put it there! Oh, no. Oh, that's actually death, yeah. So, I covered up the center board where the wild gem spawns. It spawns on every even row. So, if you put a bubble there, then the next garbage that arrives in that column is not going to be wild. So, that's one of the major considerations in playing that matchup, is knowing to watch out for that, because it's life or death. Because the only time you're going to be chaining your whole board back and forth is going to be
when you're
playing off the wild gem. Yeah. Yep.
You gotta keep the gambling pit open.
There's going to be me versus Chikapoo up next. We're already in game.
There is tactical benefit to covering up the gambling pit if you know it's going to bring in the next layer of gambling.
True.
So like if you see that the middle of your board has one of those funny little gaps in it, and every time you receive damage, the middle orb goes up that gap, it can be worth it to plug the hole so that you can take the damage mid-board, even if it bridges you, because depending on what's in your next queue and what your board looks like, you might be able to get... It might fix... You might have to break your board to fix it, sort of thing.
Me and Chikapoo are in game. We are starting our Bob and Bob match.
And by the time Fight Aid loads me in, the game will be over. Ratttz with a very aggressive greed there, but now is going to chain it all down. Oh, and Chikapoo just getting the very unfortunately timed ceiling push, greeting a little too hard early on. Ooh, missed wall bounce. Gets the much more difficult wall bounce for a nice drop, though.
Ooh,
Great shot with the oranges. Good use of the next cue to make sure you know how to cook. And unfortunately, chain theory in this game is pretty vibes based. It's hard to like commentate building a chain as it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, if you see lots of pairs stacked together and there's like a big overhang attached to that, that's the general chain form. And everything else is kind of icing on the cake.
Ooh,
Big explosive shot from Chikapoo. Ratttz just not finding a blue. Had 4 chances and the RNG just kind of said no. Ratttz has some big board potential here, clearing up these blues. Just needs to find a way to drop the whole thing in one go. That's just a blueberry. No chains needed. And Chikapoo is mounting quite a defense, but there is only so much you can do against that much damage. Ratttz finding some pretty high value cascades here. Not huge damage, but very nice board state to have. Though this left side is a little chunky at the base.
oh no!
Unfortunately, the left side got bridged, so the big match did not cause any drops. Ratttz down 2-0. Alright, we've got that slug in a bag. Take this... I was gonna say take this brunch and have it for lunch, but his name's not Brunch, it's Brum.
Incredible line, nonetheless.
Oh my god. I have to focus on my own game over here, and this is what I have to hear in the background. Endless mimosas with Brum.
Endless mimosas with Brum. Indeed.
Ooh, am I gonna get swept? Looks increasingly likely.
Yeah, Chickapoo just mounting strong, consistent offense. Yeah, one of the considerations you have to make when playing this character is that the wood blocks don't do any damage when they drop. So... Oh my god, what has Chickapoo done? Oh, but this chain from Ratttz is enough.
Okay.
A bit of up dash. So Ratttz has huge potential here to build up a very powerful deck. It's going to cash it in early, doesn't want to greed. Ooh, and this drop on the left side get increasingly difficult for Chickapoo to hit. Gonna cascade into it though, so we get a 8-line send. This is going to be quite difficult to defend against, as Brum's pattern is not that forgiving. And Ratttz not getting any blues is going to...
Wow, get swept, nerd.
Get swept, yeah. 6-3.
I did take, listen, it was
3 of it was close.
I did, like, scoreboard. There were some rounds, there were some rounds that I have won.
3-0, but it was close, though.
3-0, but it was close, though. And I'm in losers round 3, so Rattsy losers will not be forever long, I promise. So are you, V-Note, going to be next on stream? You're in technically winter semis.
That sounds likely. Yes,
oh, yeah.
It is. V-Note. All right. Bracket up.
How's your game going, Juicey?
Ty took me to my counter pick usually, so
that's cool.
Ah, fuck. Proceed to immediately lose.
Oof.
Brain wants to greed sometimes, and he's like, no, clear.
Yep.
Like, I see I was the fool all along.
It happened to you.
Absolutely.
Note has accepted my challenge, and it is just taking its time. And we're in.
Hell yeah. I am clicking the button.
I'm gonna wait till timeout, which is like 7 seconds for some reason.
There we go. I'm in.
I'm on the left.
Got the old Bob and Bob. Deka refusing the early drop. While Note big in on it. It's pretty hard. You probably do want to chain down your whole board if you can help it, but Deka does not have a drop and could easily be 50-50 at any second now. He's received multiple units of garbage. He needs to hit a pretty particular shot. Okay, we're fine. No problem. But now we don't have any drops, which is the real issue.
Didn't get the pieces.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, you'll be like, damn, it sure is midboard in here. And then you're like, no, actually, midboard is actually a little dangerous at times. You'll see people, clear down pretty far just because the possibility of your opponent's damage rolling in and just ending your life is so huge. I love how this game has like a reputation of being a little bit sleepy and a little bit casual, but when you die, your life ends. Like, it's all over for you. I don't know what to tell you. Alrighty. Note. Needs to find a really good chain here, but that is not it. We're going to dorkily go through some of this other stuff. Deka! Ooh. Would love a green chain here, but he has to draw a red first. It's somewhere. Oh, he draws it. Okay, hell yeah. We are going through our entire board. No problem. We even have a follow-up chain. Look at this. Now note, sitting with the red. We're trying to figure out how we're going to make this shot. On the left would have been a lot safer, but not obvious. You can see, note, whittling the thing. Gotta get a mod to ban. I've done it.
But I'm a champion. Viewers.
You want to buy some viewers, Juicey?
What if they're high quality?
You got viewers right now. Look at them.
Oh, they're great.
A great clear from Deka. We are going to need a chain here. Oh, we're actually scheming on a multi-chain here. Look at this. Both players emptying their boards. Unfortunately, Note sent over way more damage. A whole blueberry. Meanwhile, they're just kind of chilling. They're literally just waiting until the shot counter shows up. Deka needs to make a pretty cool shot. He does not, but unfortunately fortunately the garbage is quite friendly. He does find the other follow-up shot into a chain. This is a great one too. Really opens up his board. Find some action. Okay. Deka's got a greed. He's scheming on some pretty cool drops. Unfortunately, it doesn't really go anywhere. He's gonna do a little bit of combos. Meanwhile, Note is in peril. We have to do a bank shot on the left, but I don't know if the shape of the board will permit it. So Note is actually going to be losing this Bob and Bob starter, which I always feel like is a great sign.
These Bob and Bob starters are making me sweat. Oh my god.
The side shot was safer earlier. If you didn't have that piece in column 3, you would have been able to make it.
Right, we've got the
you can only target the interior 4 when there's obstacles like that. Alrighty, Note. Scheming on some drops. We have a pretty similar situation going on. So Deka has definitely gone really deep on this greed. He needs to make sure that nothing lands in the right-hand column. He misses a shot, which is raising my blood pressure. I won't lie to you. He needs to draw 2 greens. If he draws 2 greens, he's Gucci. Look at this. Oh, he's out. He's out, and he's chaining big time. And the cool thing about chaining deep with the baby is that he's going to present garbage that's actually really annoying for Note. Because it comes from the bottom of the board. But he does find this great red drop. Now Deka's in trouble here. He really needs to find a way to attack these rainbow bubbles, but unfortunately with multiple lines incoming. Oh, wait.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
The cascade wasn't enough. It didn't clear enough of the board.
That's such a shame. We got the little froggy croak. Alright, let's go, baby. Got a little blue chain for Deka. Note's got an empty board. We would love to find an orange chain somewhere for Note. That way we can drop this right side shape. Oh, we're actually just going straight for it. I don't know how that's gonna play out. The damage was not super consequential. Deka doing a little bit of chaining. Not huge, doesn't really super matter. Oh, we're actually going to use the rainbow chain. This is fun. He just needs to keep greeting until he draws a green. Yeah, just like that. Then he's able to just chain right through it. So when you chain through rainbow bubbles like that, it actually applies the same chain multiplier as drops, as like cascade drops. So it is worth it to go for those when you can get them. It does require some planning. Quickly. Yeah, it's very hard to actually get it to work for you, but when you can, it's pretty much cash money. All right, we got a little bit of chaining from Note. Deka really would like to find a green drop, which means he's scheming on an orange right now. He's actually going to cash in these greens now, but I don't know. Oh, we have a yellow. Cascade the yellow. But our center board is totally jammed up. Note's applying some line pressure, which isn't or some push pressure, which isn't the biggest deal. We've bridged the oranges. What a great shot. I didn't even know you could make that one. That's the one I thought Note had to make earlier. So the game is different from PB1. You would not be able to make that shot in PB1, for sure.
No, you would not. That would not have worked.
Deka counter-picking to Brum. We're having a Brum moment. Everybody's favorite slug. Deka did not need his board. Note would really like to not have a board. Note going to die. It's all. There's no way. I don't believe that you can make this shot, Note. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say this right now. Maybe you guys gotta save your good luck, have funds for like outside the match, because Rodney was typing that up and it forced him to pick the wrong character on character select.
That's incredible. It is a 5-second timer though, right?
Yeah, let's maybe keep it outside of the matches. God bless him.
You're just a hater. You just can't handle people's typing GLHF to you.
As Bub.
Oh my god, Deka really needs a yellow drop. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. Anywhere. Okay, he draws the yellow. He knows that he needs it. Oh, it's so huge. Oh, it's incredible. 4 lines. 4 lines of Brum garbage. This is the real stuff. You know, what your dealer is selling you is the fake stuff. This is the real deal. Oh my god, we rack it up with a counter pick. Who's Note going to? Can't be the baby. Oh man, let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling.
No, I'll play some Devlon. Devlon's pretty solid. I feel like Devlon's probably my favorite. Probably one of my favorite like all color characters after G.
Oh, I thought there was an orange in there for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, it's time.
Note's in a little bit of peril. But we do find the clear, which is helpful. Oh, it's like the whole board. That's cool. The blueberry. Deka needs to make an orange shot here. And then needs to find a red. Neither of those things happened, which is great for Note.
Damn. I needed the piece 1 earlier. I would have had it.
Okay. Okay, both players cascading, but Note's had more steps in it, which means that he gets to walk away with a lot more damage. Now, we do have a little bit of action. Oh, Deka's going a little bit deeper on the greed. I do like this. And he manages to complete his greed before this damage rolls in, which is huge. If like punishing somebody who's building a greed is massive in this game. Okay. Ooh, Deka's opened up this great red stem for himself. Gonna start greeding on this yellow. This blue stem. Garbage rolls in. It's actually a great.
I thought it would. Okay, we're good.
It is a great chain opportunity. He's got this orange, but it doesn't matter. Note is in peril. Taste it. Going to game 3. Round 3, rather. This line from Note is actually incredibly annoying, but luckily Deka does not seem particularly imperiled by it. Deka missing a few shots, but it might not matter, honestly. Oh, we're going a little deep. Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. He's got a follow-up, too. Note decided that their board should not exist, which, I mean, fair. Note has decided, why play if my opponent is going to die, and... Deka, no!
That shot. If I had hit that shot, I would have had it, but...
Yeah, you probably, honestly, may have won off of that shot, but... Instead, Note's counter pick playing out perfectly, all according to Keikaku.
I don't have much time to think. Let's try the totem pole.
Tom-Tom's fun. If you know what you're doing, you can really punish somebody pretty hard. Because, like, push damage is really sneaky. Okay. Deka's really greeting off of a new stem here. Finds a big multi-clear, which I guess is fine. Now we're doing some chaining. We're sending over the damages. Note, not able to do this tuck. It's pretty difficult. And we're not able to find any, like, major action because the garbage that Deka sent is just not really amenable to it. And since Deka's really good at building greeds, it's pretty difficult for garbage to interrupt what he's working on, which is great for Deka, but probably pretty rough for Note, who probably doesn't play quite as much Puzzle Bobble 1 as Deka does. Oh yeah, look at this from Deka. He's actually decided that his whole board can be a massive greed if he wants it to be. He does need to find another push though, because
somehow.
Oh my god.
Disappeared.
Oh. Suddenly. How the turntables, you know? Oh, Deka. Deka, this is savage. That's your whole board, this green. But you have to draw it though. Okay, thank god. If you didn't draw that, I would have just flipped out. I would not have been okay. Like, holy moly. Oh, Jesus Christ. How the turns have tabled once again.
You know, I finally jump in spectate. I'm done with my match. We're at the space station. That means this has been going on for a bit, huh?
Yeah, we sure have, haven't we?
Note really needs to nail this shot.
He really does.
Wow.
He's dead. He's super
Tragic.
dead. This kills the Note.
Yeah, bank shots just feel harder in this game.
They can be pretty challenging. Great chain from both players. But Deka's has more steps, so... is going to send over many more lines.
Big.
Though honestly... Oh! Oh, the pushes are identical. I don't know if you noticed that.
I never really paid attention, but that's funny.
That's pretty interesting, actually.
The totem pole is the most honest character, yes?
Definitely, definitely. But why be a totem pole when you can be a baby?
Didn't get any drops.
Video game.
Deka is dead, actually. We're in the lastest Luigi. Sure is power clear in here. Okay. A little bit of combo action from Deka. Not quite what we're looking for, but he does find a chain off of these red stems if he wants it. He's decided to keep greeting because if Note can't actually interact with his stack at all, then why not go really deep on the greed, right?
Oh, yeah. Deka's
like
extend route was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gets to do it again.
Wow, I don't think that was the shot he was aiming for originally.
That was not the shot I was aiming for, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that was actually really funny. Node is not dead, but maybe dead quite soonly. No way he lives. No way he lives. Do not live.
No. Funny that.
Wow. Game's fake. Like,
I think the totem pole is the biggest kind of sway on how long a bracket's going to take.
I don't know. Do you think Cleon might take longer? Or is it just more random?
At least has enough strong swings from like all the rapid garbage assembling and deassembling. Or is this like there's always more time to gain your bearing with this guy?
Yeah, it's very difficult for your opponent to apply too much pressure. They have to send more than a blueberry.
Yeah.
And even then, if your opponent's like planning for it,
just built into the matchup. Yo, Hot Snarf, what are you doing? Why aren't you in here?
Don't remind me of how long my Cleon mirrors with Chikapoo were. Yeah. They can be pretty long. And so can this one. But not in a bad way. I mean, like, what are you gonna be? Like, damn, more Puzzle Bobble? Like...
Oh, no.
Ooh, oh, no. I see the shot that you missed. Deka could make a pretty cool red drop, but he decides not to.
Nah, you're fine.
He's actually in peril here. He does have a cascade off this red, but... Oh, no, he chooses to take a yellow clear centerboard instead. Oh, my God, what a heartbreaker.
I didn't have enough time to think about what character I wanted to play.
Oh, so you just slammed TomTom? Yeah.
I ended up on the... I figured we had to pick before time ran out, so I was over there.
Oh, sure, I feel you.
You know, the most reasonable ROM hack we could ask for Bank that we would use eternally is just a longer character select timer on this game.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true. All right, so before we get into any more games, I do want to tell you all about some upcoming events here at Puzzle Wednesday. Next week, that's August 7th, we have Magical Drop F. This is the magical drop where you can customize your character with up to 2 items. You can do 3, but our rules have 2. And there is a banned item. So make sure you check out the rules page on the bracket when you sign up. There will be some additional information and troubleshooting. So just be mindful of all of that. It should be a pretty cool game. This is the magical drop on the PlayStation, the 4th one. You might not have remembered that there was one, but it sure does exist. And if I could get more Fs in the chat, you know what? I do appreciate that. I take all your Fs. The following week, August 14th, we have Unstack. This is like Dr. Mario in 3D, except it's a nightmare. There's no peace kicks. There is heinous chain garbage. There are pieces that win you the game, generally. Unstack is just a great game in terms of being strange. It's really an experience. Like, you gotta try it.
I think you're burying the lead here.
It's one of the ugliest games I've ever seen in my life, Juicey.
There we go.
It's right. I'm deadly serious. Like, it literally looks like a click and play demo for the PC that somehow managed. Yeah, and showed up on PS1. It's bizarre, but you gotta play it. I am actually commanding you. The following Friday after Unstack, we have Tripuzz. If you want to play Puyo, but you want, like, what if stacking were really friggin' strange? This is a game for you. So instead of playing with dominoes of, up to 5 colors, Tripuzz is a 2-color game, but your pieces are triangles that can, or even rhomboids, parallelograms. Listen, they come in one of 2 colors, and they represent 1 to 3 triangles. and anytime you match 4 triangles of the same color, they clear. It opens up a bunch of chain forms that are highly unique. They're completely unlike Puyo, but it does borrow from Puyo offsetting. And its offsetting is actually more aggressive than Puyo, in the sense that anytime you clear garbage, it contributes more to your offset than in Puyo. Meaning that the neutral game is actually like, the mid game is actually a little bit more developed. If your opponent is like listening or watching your board, it's actually surprisingly difficult to open them up. But a consequence of this is that as your board gets full of more garbage, while you might be reasonably defensible, it's more or less impossible to build chains without making your board crazy dangerous. So I highly recommend this game. It's actually incredible, and you should show up for this bracket. August 21st, we have Pedal Crash. We're playing Tug of War. This is the classic versus mode you're probably all familiar with. Pedal Crash is a fantastic indie game that you can get for free on itch.io right now. Is Pedal Crash Online with beautiful rollback netcode, which we will be using to play this bracket. If you have a Steam copy, do not sweat it. Pedal Crash Online comes with your copy of OG Pedal Crash. If you haven't played Pedal Crash before, it's sort of like a panel game where you're shooting the blocks across the field in order to build chains, control your board, send garbage, and hopefully win a tug of war of points. The rope constantly shrinking as time goes on. A pretty neat game. That's going to do it for upcoming events here at Puzzle Wednesday. Of course, you can always check out the Discord or check out the community page for more brackets. We try to keep about 8 weeks of brackets on schedule at any one time. Next week, August 7th, we'll have a new batch of brackets for September for you. So just bear that in mind. That's going to do it for upcoming events. Oh man,
I'm excited to get into being a fairy.
I am not surprised. Actually, that's actually one of the least surprising things. He's also a librarian, is he not?
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I mean, like, I'm not saying that Trashboat would kin Lilibri, but
we don't typecast.
Trashboat, if you have a Tumblr where you post about that all the time, live your best life, pal. In the meantime, we have a little bit of Rattsy losers to get through, and we also have a winners finals soon between Chikaboo and Note. It'll be pretty intense. And Spacey Soundy is actually racing up the bracket, which is pretty exciting, actually. And so Juicey. Juicey's also been racing up the bracket.
Once I get over Bob Roundstart, I kind of get my footing, but God. Pedal Crash Online is free.
Yes, Pedal Crash Online is free. We're going to Rattsy Losers.
Also, for you, Hawksnorf, there's not really an appreciable difference between there's 2 versions of Puzzle Bobble 4 for PlayStation. I've opted for using the simple 1500 series, which is just this with more loading times. I don't know about the actual. Stop adding me. The actual bespoke PlayStation version. All right, we'll play games. God.
Do not at me. Do not even think about adding me. Just because my match was called in the stream.
I am going to finish my thoughts, thank you.
Oh my god, we're in game.
I'm connecting.
Brother.
Getting a little feisty in chat.
No one is feistier than I am right now.
let me in, Fightcade.
I kept accepting damage.
Cool. Alright, so first round for
Leave me alone!
Suffer!
We're gonna have a serious talk about making this the round next start.
I love how you're just like, no, I hate this Takey Sendy character. Anyways, picks Marino. Like,
yeah, but like you have to kind of solve the send part.
nah, you just make blue and it goes.
That counts as a solve.
looks like a solve to me.
Yeah, what's the problem here?
Juicey needs to find a way to get rid of this spire on the right.
Does that count?
That works for a little bit. The spire on the right is still there, but the spire on the left is gone at least.
Give me a God.
But unfortunately, did not find the second blue.
Ooh. I sense I'm in a little bit of danger here.
Juicey's stack unfortunately bridged on the left side, so this orange isn't quite as explosive as it could be.
Oh no.
Oh, and Ratttz
Yeah, you heard the
big.
sound, so...
Oh, Juicey's dead. The next
Juicey
cue was
being
not
very, my
permitted.
neutral is nice about Marino.
Yeah, the Marino, a little
Go
explosive.
Let's go gambling!
Ooh, Cleon. Ooh, and that is some damage to take on Juicey's side for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's explosive. Juicey's board is empty.
Ooh. Just do it? No. Oh, the wood block saves my life. But now I'm still dead! Pogo stick character, thank you. Oh no! I got 50-50'd so hard.
Yeah, my neutral's kind of that.
And neutral kind of nasty though.
Gotta be baby time.
Baby is a neutral character. This is a...
God, that tuck was amazing.
You see with a nice stack here on the right. With a good green drop, this would be
Oh no, I'm dead.
Well, the baby says no.
I had a pretty cool, like chain through the rainbow kind of vibe. I was very proud of.
Right, Juicey has so many blues loaded up here. Takes it from the middle, so it's not quite as explosive as it could be. Does hit the clutch yellow split, but the damage is rolling in, and Juicey's board is looking a little full.
I think we're not
needs an orange. Right. Oh, covers up the out.
GG's.
GG's. The baby's got to be the most toxic character that's ever existed.
Yeah.
The baby is quite toxic.
Incredible. We're going over to winners finals. It'll be a FD5 between Note and Chikapoo.
I think I finally understand how this game works. It only took like 2 hours of watching. God bless you.
That's what it takes. What it takes sometimes.
Funny time out here.
There's no damage from clearing rainbow bubbles? That's so sad.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
I think it ramps up your...
No, only in the PlayStation version.
Oh.
It works here. In fact, whenever you chain with the rainbow bubbles in this, it actually counts towards your chain count, just like you're playing, just like you're cascading.
It's just gonna be me and Spacey off stream.
Interesting.
Alrighty. We're here for a Bub and Bob match. Random numbers will be generated. Tankies will be senties.
This sure is a matchup.
You're really playing the video game when you're like, this is the most this game matchup of them all, I feel like. Like, look at this. Chikapoo's like, yeah, not my board. It don't matter. It's gone. See you later. Good night. Have a good one.
Even for some of the missing shots, like, Chikapoo puts her food away so much easier than Note does.
Yeah, Note had a pretty big right side vulnerability. No easy way to cut the stem. Both players immediately sending their early chain. So Chikapoo finds the yellow drop, which is pretty huge, actually. Note's gonna have to do a lot of work to get to the top here. We do have a cascade, which is pretty good, but is not explosive in the way that Bub can sometimes be.
At least most of Note's down stacks are pairs at this point, so we're just waiting for the miracle chain to happen.
Oh, we did have a great cascade.
Good start. That's not the miracle chain, though.
No.
That's getting, again, closer.
Yeah, we're really looking for the haymaker counterpunch, but Chikapoo's not able to defend, so Note racking up around. Alrighty. It's got a funny little chain. It's nothing massive or anything. We are thinking about how we're going to drop this big blue shape Looks like we're going to try and cascade through these greens, but unfortunately it's bridged on the left side. It doesn't matter. We're emptying our whole board. We don't need it. Where we're going, we don't need it. Damage rolling in for Chickapoo. Oh, we have a pretty easy cascade, but we have... Oh! Missing that point playing shot. That's a heartbreaker for sure. I would be mad.
I am kind of mad.
I can definitely feel that. Oh, is she actually just running it back?
Huh?
Oh. Oopies. I'm locked up. They're not actually even playing anymore on the old Fighty-cade. I tried to move my screen and it glitched out.
It does that.
Brutal. Well, it's your turn to pick, so don't sweat it. I've definitely had experiences where right now in Fightcade, if I try to type during a game, it actually causes rollbacks, which I find very odd. And touching the menus or dragging the window will also cause it to behave a little bit strangely. This is an emulator. You set and forget. You know? So ignore the round count. Notes up a game. We're heading right over to the baby. It's baby gaming time. He's got to put on his little frog suit. This game's weird.
Video games are weird.
Video games are weird. You know, you got me there. Chickapoo does have this incredible green chain, like, lined up, but she has to actually draw... Actually has to draw the green. Yeah, she's actually taking apart her chain because she's, like, would like to live. Okay, she finally draws her second green. She needs another one. There we go. Now we're gaming. We're sending push garbage. Oh, 50-50 note!
I'm glad 50-50's just found its own canonization at this point.
It's true. Note cashing in the board. Chickapoo left with a big blue shape. In fact, she's gonna chain through it all. Send over multiple pushes. I don't know how good, like, repeated pushes are on this character. Like, I feel like it's a good mix of, like, you send a couple of pokes to, like, establish Oki, and then as they're sort of floundering, then you hit them with the push. Because, like, Note's able to snap most of this back, no problem, and Chickapoo has no obvious clear here.
The fact that you have the option at all is just, kind of puts the character on some other level. Like, again, not... I don't know, I feel like this would be arguably, like, top tier worthy if wood blocks were not as messed up as they are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the baby's fairly strong. Okay, notice 2-0. We're heading over to Marino. Frog baby.
Is it a frog or a lizard?
The Hoodoo? I thought it was a frog because he croaks when he puts the suit on.
I did not ever notice that.
It's very quiet. Relative to the exploding robots, it's very quiet. Chickapoo is chaining. Note, kind of in the box here with these rainbows. Really needs to draw, like, repeated blues here in order to get out, but RNGesus, he giveth and he taketh away.
Chickapoo locked off from the blue. Well, you know, never mind.
What if you chain into it? What if
you chain into it?
You know, what if it didn't matter? Oh, the cascade opening up the stem for... No, but he misses it! Okay.
I feel like I've seen so many, like, clutch shots miss this bracket.
It's been pretty wild, actually. Yeah. Yo, Wow. The thievery. Okay. Note, are you gonna like? I was just gonna be wild to watch another 3-0 happen. Like, I want to emphasize that Chikapu's one of the stronger US based players of Puzzle Bobble 1. Okay. Note does have a pretty great green clear here. Yeah, a little bit of chaining action. Okay. A follow-up cascade. Oh, that's actually really cool. Right, Note finds another great cascade. Actually playing off these rainbow bubbles really, really well. Not applying a huge amount of pressure to Chikapu, but doesn't really have to.
Blue options
especially since all these rainbows are so tragic. Oh my god,
wait,
the double
Blue's,
tap.
Blue's fine. We're out of there.
Are we?
Ish. Sort of.
Oh, Note shouldn't have pressed.
You know, we're out of there enough. Chikapu on board.
Alrighty. Note, what's the counter pick gonna be? Yo, we're thinking about Brum?
The slug
on the Devilon?
Devilon?
Yo, we haven't seen the Yuki Onna lady even once tonight. I think because people just know that she's a little more random than Marino. Yeah, she has even more rainbow bubbles than Marino does.
She also has the wild card, so we can go gambling.
She doesn't really do anyone's gimmick better than they do.
No.
Well, she does the gimmick of if your opponent uses the wild card orb on blue, they die.
That is true, actually.
Ooh, great bank shot from Note.
Okay, 4 lines coming in. Chikapu does have a great blue stem.
Bank shot with the blues. Empty board to send to Blueberry. But they're both looking pretty, both sitting pretty okay here.
Ooh, Chikapu missing a bunch of shots and then receiving a line, covering up the stem. Needs to draw a blue now. Note's in pretty good shape.
Oh, what
Chikapu
a play from Chikapu.
Yeah, cascading the whole board.
Shots.
Hey, Juicey, do you want to buy some viewers?
I'd love to buy.
You already said no once today. It's like,
I mean, I'm not the boss of you. If you want to buy viewers, like, you know.
Look, I just think they're offering a good deal, and
incredible. All right, Note has a pretty complicated shape, yeah, and receiving a line over it actually made for a pretty unsalvageable board here.
Mess here.
Yeah.
Everything is so checkerboarded that cascades aren't going to really... Oh, that actually... Oh, made this way harder on himself than he needed to. Had he put those down in the opposite order. Okay, misses the yellow tuck. Oh, but the damage! Just needed to play a little bit faster. So Chikapu's going to go up 2.
All right. Our final pick. What's it gonna be? Tom?
I want to believe in Cleon supremacy as well, but that character is gambling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Cleon is gambling like you can run the numbers and win. Bub and the robot are gambling like you pull the slot machine and it happens.
I can't believe I hear this hatred about Robot. You know, Robot, what did Robot ever do for you?
The robot is amazing. However, I seem to lose on the robot more than anybody else, so I don't like it.
Brutal. Oh, we sure are. Oh, great tuck from Chikapoo.
Oh,
she actually needed to make that in order to like
tuck there actually.
Live. Oh god. Oh, Note's actually fine.
Note's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
And it's all gonna go back.
What if this was Chikapoo's board now?
Oh, great tuck from Chikapoo. Oh, with the blue. Chikapoo still has. Okay, never mind. I thought Chikapoo still had to make the bank shot, but did not.
Note simply doesn't need a board.
Never punished. Finds the entire board down stack in one go.
Oh my god. What a matchup. Really really the height of gaming.
Just invincible on the totem pole. Writing this down for future reference.
Oh my god. Okay. Note has a really complicated way of attacking all this stuff. Yeah, we're actually taking it apart because it's too risky to actually like do it normally. We do need an orange. If we get an orange cascade anywhere, it'd actually be huge.
Nope.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Making it easy. Seeing the blue in the next queue, just gonna take the cascade version instead of going for the awkward wall bounce. Don't make any hard shots you don't have to. Rule number 1. The old keep it simple, stupid method.
Absolutely. Note did miss a yellow shot here. Thinking about doing it on the bank shot.
It should be a pretty easy bank shot, yeah. The way the tuck works towards the right definitely makes that shot a lot easier. If that had been a tuck the other way, it would have probably been twice as hard, honestly. Yeah, oh, Note unfortunately snagging the side of that red. Gonna go for a bit of an extension here.
We're actually taking apart our board here. I assume pondering defense, but doing a little bit of dorky poking back and forth. I assume our competitors are really scared of sending too much all at once. Because you'd rather wait until your opponent's like super vulnerable.
Well, yeah. The orange is unfortunately too split up to get any action on Note's side. Uh-oh. Big action from, I think we've got lethal on board here from Chikapoo. Oh no, it's not quite.
Yeah, Note does have something here.
One line short. Is this cascade gonna be enough? Okay, it is.
Oh, yes.
The down stack is there.
Wow, Note. What a great sequence of play.
Yeah,
managing to stay alive.
Doing a very good job of playing patient. Just solving the garbage, more or less. Oh, great job getting both stacks of blues there. I don't think it was necessary, but it definitely ensured that his whole board became a lot safer.
Chikapoo's definitely pressing on the gas here. The nature of her play is sped up a little bit.
Yeah. The status of her board has made it so,
What a shot! We're gonna learn if there's margin time in this game.
I don't think there is.
You don't think that natural pushes might happen a little bit faster?
Oh, maybe. The natural pushes happen faster.
Note needs a green drop from somewhere. It doesn't matter!
Chickapoo unable to find a way to get rid of that spire on the right. The pieces just did not come.
Note showing us they know how to play a low tier. You know?
Yeah.
So for those of you at home, that character is not viable in conventional rules.
No.
Like, at all. So it's fantastic. This character only exists in this rule set, so congratulations on showing us. Did you already play your game with...
I did. It was close, 3-2.
Hell yeah.
Alright, smart play with the wild card from Note, using green to empty out the board.
Wait, they're still playing? Oh, they're FD5. I'm sorry.
Also, it's 2-2.
I'm very dumb. Note has a game already, right?
Oh, I came in late, so...
I see. I'm sorry, chat. You'll have to forgive me. The score is...
Note's whole
score is not
board
2-2. It should be 3-2. Thank you, Hawksnorf, yeah. Alright, so Note does have an opening center board, so that way they can accept rainbow orbs. Leon.
Okay. That's a solve.
Oh, easy.
Only gonna send 2 lines, though, because that was the defensive play there, for sure. Mm-hmm. What is this orange? Very, very funny damage coming in on Chickapoo's side, leading to quite the rebound. Sometimes the game just says... Sometimes the game just picks a winner. And when you get a full horizontal line of orange on a character with wild cards... Wow. Alright, we got a max score shot from Note there. Dropping with the wild card. Ooh, great tuck. That's a really hard shot to make. And Chickapoo hanging on by a thread here.
Yeah, really needs to draw an orange here.
Just gonna find a piece before the push comes in.
Natural push claims another. So for those of you at home wondering why the score has not changed, we use a script to update things, so when players reset the game, or like exit and start a new game, it does cause some issues. So just be aware, you know, it's still 3-2.
It's so hard gave me bees.
Ooh, Note cashing in the wild piece, but fortunately a wild red spawned directly in front. Alright,
the rainbow piece for Note turning into exactly the color required to drop his entire board.
This is pretty savage, because like the center column for Chickapoo is just completely buried, so there's just no way to get access to the rainbow orb, or the wild gem.
Yeah, that's one of those scenarios where you kind of have to hedge your bets, and you just put a piece in the middle of your board to make sure that the slot machine ends up accessible. Oh, Devilon. G. Funny old man. Funny old man.
He's the president of the world, you know?
You're right. I can't. Of all the characters for Capcom to put in their game, this guy, I was a little taken aback. But you know what? We'd love to see a crossover character.
Oh,
Taito,
my God.
big name in the fighting game community.
True, true.
with such legendary games as Dino Rex. I believe they published that.
All right, they did. All right, Chickapoo has a great drop on the left side, but is scheming on something. I don't really know.
That's.
Oh, are they desynced?
Oh no.
Yo, did you? I heard a coin earlier. No, this looks like a human could play that. Where's the exploding knight again? Good question. Currently 4-2 note. Looks like our players are deliberating. They're probably talking.
It might be a desync.
Yeah, it's a desync. They've exited the match. Yep, so F3 boards, we have reminded you, please do not hit the coin. It's going to lose that round that they had won, but it might have been a fake round for all I know.
Yeah, that last shot from Chickapoo did not look like a real shot either. It was just like dead really straight up into the board.
Yep.
Like, there were definitely, like, it was an awkward spot to be for Chickapoo, but there were definitely ways around that. Such that I would not expect Chickapoo to miss the shot by that much.
Alrighty, I'm back in. It's 4-2 note. Actually, if note wins here, I may change the score myself. The script is going to change it for me regardless, which is super annoying, but
Old man, do I have a chance? A hope? Prayer? We've summoned Poverty Cast.
you sure have.
Alright, finally in. We have quite the drop here ready on Note's side.
Oh, he has to make this yellow shot of all time. Oh,
definitely
it's too shallow!
That one. And this is
no way. Actually, does this work?
No.
No. Okay. Technically alive is alive.
But the blue doesn't do anything.
No. Doing a little bit of old man coughing. I also love the, the friggin', what is it? Tenkaichi. Like, he just like freaks out every now and again.
He's he goes electric mode.
Yeah.
Is the ha supposed to be him coughing or laughing? I can't even tell.
I think it's him coughing, actually.
All right, Chickapoo with a dangerous amount of damage on board. Oh yeah. Oh, but the drop, it's there.
Oh, never punished.
The brink of death. But the damage rolling in on both players, so...
Oh, Note is so mad they missed a blue shot. I actually feel that... Oh, it's actually cost them the game. That's so sad. That's tragic. I saw, like, the wiggle my cursor. I am so mad. I've been there.
That's so real. We joke about miss and lose in golf, but miss and lose in Puzzle Bobble is it's real. It could happen to you.
It's true. Well, that's something I really appreciate about Puzzle Bobble. It gives it like a sort of action game energy that a lot of puzzle games otherwise don't have. I just think that's neat.
Giant mat or yellow mesh from Chickapoo.
Yeah, Note decides to discard the red because there's no obvious drop for it to go to. Oh, great tuck.
I'm kind of slow here, not greeting on any of the oranges she's drawn. Gonna get a drop there though. Is it lethal? It is lethal. I love when both players do the exact same thing at the start.
That's pretty funny.
Great bang shot to set that red drop up from Chickapoo. I really like that.
Cool chain, but unfortunately we have a big left side vulnerability here. To find a way to chain into yellow, but there's no obvious like drop to start forming that off of. We're gonna have to go about it. Oh wow, what a tuck. You know what, Note. Okay, so Note, if Note chains a yellow from anywhere, they basically are great. But they have to do it before Chickapoo kills him, which is not happening.
Yeah. Okay, so Chickapoo has now brought it back to 4-3.
It should be 4-4, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It was 2-2 when they desynced. So Chickapoo has evened it up.
Robot gaming.
We're gonna leave it all up to the chaos.
Oh, robot time. Oh god, I love Robot. Look at him. He's so stupid. He's so dumb.
He's shooting
just
that Iron Man chest laser like his life depends on it.
He's just so silly. Oh my god, and he's just constantly making noise and exploding.
A big attack.
Note has an unfortunate misdrop here and is getting punished.
Not found a green in 30 pieces. Very long drought there.
Chickapoo running this back pretty impressively, honestly. Okay. Oh, great
nice
chain
from Note.
Yeah, you can really see like that was a lot of damage for not a lot of pieces too.
Chickapoo really needs to find a way to get rid of this horrible stack on the left side. Oh, and it goes. That is a blueberry.
My god. The mutual lasers. Oh my god. This blue band across the entire field?
Oh wow. Yeah, okay. So Note has to find a way to protect this. Oh my god, it just keeps getting bigger. Is Note gonna
does have it
now?
He just needs to hit the shot. Oh my god. Let's fucking go.
So there comes the blueberry.
Oh
back to
my god.
No, it's still. Oh my god, look at the blues.
Oh Jesus
Note's
Christ.
board is the ocean right now.
Holy moly.
Game chugging. There's so many blueberries.
Oh
on
yeah,
screen.
the bees. Let the bees roll in. This has got to cause like a rollover or something, right?
That is.
Oh, we have double blueberry
and change.
Double blueberry. Let's go, chat. Note has decided playing is a mistake. What if I slow play it instead? Yeah. Wow, she played through all of that.
And
she's dead.
Yeah, needed one more drop. That right side just.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Robot is so funny.
Yeah, note just being blessed by the funniest possible blue damage pattern known to man. Oh my god, what a drop. Okay, so it's 7 lines. But here comes the giant blue. Note gonna cash it in immediately. Oh, but Chickaboo just does not have any action on the board right now.
Yeah, it's true. Note's finding stuff here and there.
Okay, that's... Oh, no! Fortunately for Chickapoo, the Cascade targets the higher up green on the board. And that's gonna cost her the set.
That's the cost the whole set. Incredible. Let's go, Robot. You know what? I'm here for Robot. You're gonna boo Robot, Trash Boat? Right in front of my Crab Rangoons, right in front of my Robot, you're gonna boo? That was incredible. That was incredible entertainment. I don't know what to tell you. From the top rope, okay? Oh my god, we're playing FD3, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Right, it's you and me now, right?
What is wrong with that character? Oh my god. I can't believe that this is Note's heel turn. You know? We're not in winners finals. We're in loser semis. What a funny game. Yeah. All I saw was lag and flashing. Correct. Welcome to Robot.
Right, I have my 7 seconds to find my keyboard and type good luck, have fun.
True.
What a tuck.
Alrighty.
Well,
ooh, I did not make the shot of all time. What are you gonna do? Hang on, I'm chaining my whole board.
Don't do that.
Oh, it's fun. You might like it. You know, give it a try. I also didn't need my board times 2. Oh, you didn't need your board? That's very funny. Just normal. Both players with blueberries. Just Bub and Bob things, you know? Send my board back. You can have it. It's cool.
Oh god, what do I do?
Suffer. Die. Preferably.
Yeah, I had no way out. There are too many lines on board and not enough ways to make drops.
Oh, that's it? I thought I would get like a real chain from that. Hang on, my board? I didn't need it?
I just died.
I'm sorry, bud.
I didn't get the piece I needed in a reasonable time frame. And I don't like this character.
I also don't really like Bub, but he's the most not going on character. Don't kill me, please. I'm actually... Oh, I'm not dead? Now I'm dead. That's so tragic. I can't believe it.
Did you just get the worst possible colors in a row?
I like really messed up my greed, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'm simply I guess I'll just die. It's fine.
That didn't do what I thought it would. Didn't go where I thought it would either. Well, how could you do this to me? Never mind, we got out.
That did not change. Okay. We live. This is really close. I won't lie to you. In fact, I am going to cheat.
Oh, you're dead.
No. You don't know that.
Oh, oof.
Baby time.
Baby. Character that rewards poking. And you're immediately gonna do that to me? How could you? Right as I'm setting up my shot? Wow, I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Okay. This feels kind of perilous, but should be okay.
Well, that went to the wrong one.
Okay. Please don't kill me. All right, fine. What are you doing over there? You got a pretty big greed. Did not find the tuck I needed, but we get a second shot, so that's cool. That's an issue.
Oh, how did I do that? It's okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? There's a much safer way to do this.
That's so many lines.
No, it's fine. You're looking at it wrong.
I'm looking at it wrong,
Yeah, you just gotta believe in yourself, buddy. I am very dumb, for the record. Did
you misunderestimate how many lines you had incoming?
You could say that. Excuse me.
Oh, you made this so difficult.
No.
You kidding? I'm dead for that. I'm so sad.
Listen, I gotta rack up these points somewhere.
Do I gamble with the 50? No, I'm not going to gamble with the 50-50. I needed to. God damn it.
All right. We're still alive.
I should have gambled.
You gonna do it to me?
Let's go. Funny Marine Boy.
Oh, the Mertwink. All right, good blue.
Oh! Oh, I'm not out of it. How do I...
Oh my god. Why would you spawn that? Oh, never mind. It don't matter. I could just send. Oh! Deka.
You just get caught off guard.
I did. A little bit. This character will do that to you. Oh god. Oh, let's go for it. Yeah. Big chain off of rainbows. We'll do it again. Blue's on the right side, green's on the left side. Uh-huh. Okay.
Am I dead? Yeah. God!
GG's. Oh my god, what a tense match. Incredible. Thanks for playing. Alright, we're going to losers finals. It's gonna be me and Chikapoo. First to 5. I've guaranteed my spot on the podium. Congratulations, Deka, on 4th. Thanks for playing.
I'm frustrated. I hate Bub so much. I feel like that I just got... Every match I played Bub, I feel like I just got robbed.
Me and Chikapoo are in match. I do feel like Bub is pretty volatile. Like, more so than his, like, demonic counterpart. Which is funny, like, you wouldn't think that by looking at them, right? I do want to know if, like, in Japan, Bub's voice comes off as cute. Because everyone else who hears it, yeah, is just like, damn, that is an annoying voice. He did get the good tuck, which I will need. That don't work. I may die here.
It's only 3 lines.
The casual.
Oh, never mind. There's more garbage coming in. The pressure did not stop.
I did decide to play a little bit of Tanky Sendy. That was intentional. It didn't get randomed out this time. Oh, that didn't... Surprised that didn't cascade. I'm regretting some decisions I've made. I live? Oh, I'm living. Made such a greedy play.
Greed. Let's see if it will pay off. Ooh, I don't know if the greed with the red as well was a good idea. Might have been one too many.
We take those. You know what?
You
we
got
take
out.
those. Really? We haven't seen her yet.
Yukiona? Is that what she is?
That's the mythological term, but yeah.
Yep, she's a nice woman.
Dare I? You know what? Why not? Nobody can stop me. This game does have color elimination, which is very funny with this character.
Hey, Chickapoo holding on by a thread here. Need some blues. Gotta play fast. Unfortunately, does not find them.
The color elim note is much more relevant for this character than Marino.
Yeah, because she only sends one. She only sends blue.
My whole board? I don't care. Do it again. Do it again.
Right, we're gonna enter Tanky Sendy rebound funny in here. Chickapoo making some interesting decisions there. Had many opportunities to match the blue on the left and did not take them.
I think I will just... Oh, my yellow chain got covered up by this rainbow orb. That's a little sad.
Trying to skate from Rattz's side of the board. Oh, big combo of Chickapoo, but unfortunately did not do much to advance her board state. She's still hanging on by a thread. Oh, that was an interesting shot with the... Okay, gets a second blue, gets out of danger. Ratttz putting in the stall, but unfortunately it's a little bit too far gone. Chickpoo has a lot of garbage to cut through here, and there's more coming in. Gets the green, though. Unfortunately, there is no Cascade. So she is still on death's door. Oh, finds the blue at the last possible piece.
Play some Tom Tom.
All right, we're going to the funny totem pole.
I took the greediest line I could. I had one. I had the green in my next piece queue, and it just did not matter. Excuse me, my whole board?
Centerboard Spire. Oh, it's gonna chain. Big damage. Took a couple of steps, but Rattz's board is now completely empty. Oh, gets the easiest setup to make a drop possible here. With this giant orange band. But Chickapoo finds something big. Rat's in desperate need of a red, but has to do a... What a bank shot! Nice shot. Wow. Okay, Chickapoo really trying to dig to these oranges here. Gets it with a Cascade, and that is a board reset.
It might actually be death for me. Yeah, I'm actually dead exactly. I made an error in
if you had
reading a right-hand side.
If you had cascaded that on the left, you might have had a chance of getting out.
Robot time? Play robot. I do love this character. I think he's so funny. Like, why is he like that? Just why is he like that?
He's giving it his all, and you're judging him like this.
True, I am. I was able to play around the damage pattern a little bit. Oh, really pays off for me. No. No, robot big. That's the only concept to robot.
Robot big.
Robot big, robot loud. Oh, we got bees.
We got the low line it's not just bees.
I was born in the lag. I was molded by it. I play a lot of people in Pakistan in Puzzle Bobble, so for me, this is just my daily life.
I love this freeze frame we've got with like 1,000 pieces going all over the place.
Wait, are you actually desynced? Not as far as I know. Just looks like... Oh, she might have moved her window again.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'm not quitting the match because I don't want to give up my elo. What's going on here? I'm gonna turn the audio of the game down.
Good.
That way you don't have to listen to it, chat. I'll listen to it. I'm listening to the song of my people, you know? You think... Oh, I see. I'm gonna hit the unranked.
Oh, are we trying again?
Robot truly is cursed. I've never had that experience with a robot before. So we're going back to Devilon. I'm connected. Got the black screen. Who knows? Well, I've played a lot of robots, so... And I played this in tournament many times. Alright. And I'm waiting on Deka.
I'm coming.
I know, connecting always takes some time. Robot is still cursed? Cursed in what way? By being amazing? The scoreboard's 3-2.
The curse of being the best. Come on. Let me in. Late kid, fudcade, let me in. D5 full foam.
I'm dead. I'm just dead.
Yep, the Devibob, Devilot, whatever.
Devil Bob. I love
Bob.
Devil Bob.
Shin Bob. Shin Bob Kuma.
Oh, that doesn't do anything? That doesn't do anything for me either. That's cool.
Wow, yeah, that's unfortunate. The Cascades, you just don't have many pieces that are 2-ofs.
Excuse me? Alright, here we go. Alright, now I'm gaming.
There we go. This orange will make a difference.
Both of us sending our entire boards. Who has the better entire board?
We've entered the ping pong zone.
I need to...
That was a very unfortunate tuck you had to make, and it is not an easy one, and it's going to probably cost you.
Alright, now we're 3-3. This connection is not great. Let's play some Brum.
Good old slug in a bag. My goat.
Well, I can open this up. You find some action there, but I do also need some like yellows or something. Oh, and then some reds? That'd be cool. I'm doing this so that way I get a cascade, but I actually didn't. Joke's on me. Oh, my opponent is on the Wi-Fi!
Ooh, it's crusty.
Oh, the lag switch!
The lag switch.
I have a green. I missed the shot! Take two! I missed the shot again! Oh, we don't have audio. I'm sorry, chat. It's heinous. I guarantee
you. Want the audio, chat.
I took it away for a reason. I'm doing that to live. Wow, we just barely squeak it out.
Wow, nice tuck. That's a very difficult shot to make.
Ooh, that would block actually. Why did I do that? I forgot there's more than one line there.
There's more than one line. Unfortunately, not even a 50-50. Just dead. Good job sneaking around the spire. Chickapoo in a sweaty spot right now. Board state not looking great, and there's a little bit of damage rolling in. Desperate. Oh no, accidentally covered up the blue. Very unlucky.
Alright, so now we're 4-3. Baby time?
Baby.
We do love a little bit of baby time. Just a smidgen.
Every once in a while. Waste some baby time. Right, big cascade from Ratttz. Goodbye, board. Oh, and just unfortunately, nothing is gonna drop on Chickapoo's side. Everything was just too bridged.
I would love for more rainbow orbs to come,
Chickapoo is just going to cascade the entire board. So that means Ratttz is gonna have to deal with all this ceiling pressure, but oh, the blues immediately getting covered up right after Ratttz drew one. Ratttz wants another blue desperately.
I did not draw it!
You did not draw it.
Well, I mean, if the game insists, I will, but
Okay, so we've got, what is this damage pattern coming in? The orange cascade is unfortunately going to target the wrong spot on Rattz's board.
We have a little autocorrect goodness
to get a very explosive combo. Unfortunately, Chickapoo is going to rebound all of it right back. And we have entered the ping pong zone. Okay, Ratttz. I couldn't tell if that was a missed tuck or if that was just a happy little cascade.
Oh god.
Oh, Ratttz desperately in need of some yellows. 2 to be precise, and I don't know if that's going to happen in this time frame. This is not a possible bank shot, I don't think.
All right, it all comes down to this.
It's
4-4. Let's go gambling!
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. What is this start? Giant green loop-de-loop.
You know, Cleon things.
Well, it means we go straight to the slot machines. Chickapoo's got a bit of a hole in the center of her board, so... Okay.
Okay.
Chickapoo, very empty board. Not really sure how to make... It can be kind of difficult to put together a self-constructed offense on... Wow, what a tuck! Getting that ball to shift to the left instead of the right. Not easy. So,
oh, come on.
Yeah, Ratttz not plugging up the hole in the center means the slot machine ran away, and the ceiling pressure.
The natural push will do it, yeah.
Chickapoo on the verge. Set point. Okay, strong start from Ratttz. Chickapoo's board looking a little chunky. Wow, the cascades on that not at all solving how I thought they would. Both players saying, I've had enough of material. Leon saying no to being a material girl.
Alright, Chickapoo hanging on by a thread. Not much space left. Desperate for this blue here on the left side. Not sure why she saved the orange. I don't think... Discarding the yellow that would have dropped it.
Oh, wait, no, maybe not. It was a little too bridged.
I needed an instant replay. Chickapoo with an incredibly tight tuck, probably almost pixel perfect.
Alright, Chickapoo burning the slots on green, of which there was one on board. Oh, Ratttz left with an
It's all
impossible
over!
shot. No!
It's all over!
Oh, you can't. Yeah,
GGs.
no, that tuck to the left is actually impossible, but had you discarded to the right, you could have saved the right side. Oh, very unfortunate.
Damn. Alrighty. Well. We sure do have a grand finals for you.
All right, is this the run back?
Sure is.
Yes, it is.
Notester never punished 82. Yeah.
Notester definitely was getting away with a little bit of murder in that last set. So let's see if his luck will hold out, or if he's just got that sauce.
I would love it if his luck held out.
What?
Because it is past my bedtime. Oh, we're heading on over to the Bub and Bob dimension. Bubbling and bobbling all around. Oh, we're sending. I'm sure our Chickapoo is filled with the fire of loser's bracket.
Fight, babe, fight, kid, let me in. I'm so sad that the update didn't solve this problem.
Yeah. Why is this not showing on OBS? OBS. The capture. You have the audio. Get the screen. The screen, OBS. There we go. Thank you. Note. At Death Store. Great cascade from Note. Chickapoo clearing away a decent chunk of the board. Cool left side drop, or right side drop off these blues. Note's access to the same blues is a little more awkward, but we have a cascade, so that's kind of cool. Chickapoo finding cascade all the way through all of her blues.
What a bank shot!
Oh yeah, just the entire screen. That's the thing about being a Puzzle Bobble 1 player, is that
she has chops.
Oh yeah, your aim, the aim you have to play PB1 competitively is unlike any of the other Puzzle Bobbles.
Yeah, because there's no mercy in that game.
No.
In this game, there's all sorts of ways to patch up your mistakes, but in Puzzle Bobble 1,
definitely.
if you eat some bad garbage or you miss one shot, it is over. And you need those crazy bank shots to save the day. Good cascade from Note here. Notes board looking very Christmassy right now.
Great chain through the rainbows. We have another one lined up. Oh yeah.
There's going to be a lot of those.
Yeah, both of these players have really leaned into some big rainbow pokes, huh? I feel like Notes board is pretty trashed. He's gonna need to find more than just a blue here. He actually needs a green cascade, but I don't know how he's going to get it from this position.
He's just going to go for the bank shot, and he's going to get it. Wow, what a shot.
That's pretty good. Let's go.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to take the hard shot.
Yeah, that's something I appreciate about this game, is that, like, it puts all the same pressure on you to make the sicko shots you have to make in Puzzle Bobble 1 anyway, but it allows space for, like, other skills to show up too, which I really like. Even though it has run a little bit slow, huh?
Yeah, the first to 3 plus first to 5, especially with so many of the sets going to 2, 2, 3. First to 3 all the way through probably would have been fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, the cascade. Chickapoo getting exactly the pieces required to.
Oh, notice buried in rainbows.
So Chickapoo basically out of jail now.
Oh, note. Oh, God. I feel this. Oh, you're going to do it at the bottom of the board, but there's a line push.
Note also receiving a garbage on the left side there makes that not feel as bad. But the dying to a lion push in a scenario where there's an out is painful.
Ooh. Chickapoo rarely missing a shot here, but fortunately not able to get at these yellows. That's the sort of dorkily down stack instead, which is fine. The board is in a stable position, and Note is in a much more dicier place. Though, oh, misses a cascade.
Yeah, had Note put that yellow on the on that blue drop, probably would have done some good for his board.
You have some funny stuff coming up.
Yeah, yep. These oranges though are just not connected to anything, so. Uh-oh.
And multiple line pressure, and
so Chickapoo's going to pressure Notester out 2-0 so far with 4 rounds in a row. Chickapoo heard your pleas.
Heard my pleas to reset the bracket? Please do not reset the bracket.
Chickapoo's in losers. Oh no.
Oh my god. Unreal. Oh, brother. Alright, Chickapoo setting the early attack. These wood blocks, they're not consequential, but they're not inconsequential. Especially since Note doesn't really have, like, easy chain food here. Oh! We're actually dead now!
Note leaning a little bit too much into that spire, looking for discards. Okay, I like Note saving this orange drop.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, actually, he's gonna open up the left side here, so that way he can get access to this big orange drop.
Keep receiving garbage.
Well, he could get 50-50 right now.
Yeah, he does.
He did get 50-50 right now.
Damn.
Oh, that's pain. That's genuine pain, actually.
That's painful, but at the same time, it was also Very distinctly agreed.
Oh, let's go gambling. Let's go gambling. Oh yeah, we're sending. Ooh. Missed shot from Note. Now that column is kind of buried.
And that weird fixture over on the right there is going to be really... Okay, never mind. I was going to say
Great
it's
shot
hard
from
to get
Note.
rid of, but... So Note with an
Yo,
empty
the all
board
clear?
actually can't do anything until more orbs come in. If you eliminate all the colors on your board, you actually can't put pieces down because you only get one color.
That's so great. That's so like this game, you know? Where like the advantage position is honestly not having an empty board.
Yeah, you need material. Uh-oh.
Oh, Note's in danger.
Big whiff from Note.
Oh god. It keeps happening.
I can't tell what of that was intentional and what of that was a mistake.
Okay. What's the plan here? Oh, great tuck.
Great
okay.
tuck. Note definitely
Cool
seeing a
chain.
route there that I didn't.
I just probably thought that route was like really risky and I wouldn't have wanted to take it. We do have a great chain from Note here. Yep.
Yeah. Started off by another good tuck.
Oh, use gambling in order to get a drop? Okay, cool, cool. Big fan. Alright, so if Note wilds away the reds and then wilds away yellows, he'll get a big drop, but... okay, now we just need a red, but... you have to actually draw it. Oh, we would have loved to have chained away those reds, but... unfortunately... oh, okay, Note is panicking. Normal things. Note has to hit the greens on the left side!
No,
but there's too much...
no! Yeah, those greens on the left would have gotten Note out of trouble.
Okay. Peekapoo. Do a little bit of pressure. Do a little bit of back and forth here. Note's got a little bit more going on. Easy chain food.
Unfortunately,
Has to, like,
none of the
actually
reds are
get
connected.
Yeah, none of them are connected, and like...
okay, but this orange that's freed up now...
it's pretty huge.
Yeah. Oh, but it's covered by the power orb.
That's kind of like a lucky one, don't you think? That is not good, the red, but... Chikapoo is about to put Note out of his misery, so... he can only feel so much pain for so long. Okay.
So drawing two
we
reds
drew
in a
a
row.
red! That is tragic. You see the rage wiggle?
Yeah, that's...
Get me out of here.
Get the
There
wood
was
block.
a wood block. Yeah. Peekapoo. But don't forget, Note, you can pick the same character if you lost on a character you picked. It's fine.
Alright, so we are going...
We're going to Tom Tom. Yeah.
Note's last chance at a counter pick here. Before bracket reset. Chikapoo is on a warpath.
Yeah, definitely filled with the fire of loser's bracket. Some people do like gain levels by going through loser's bracket. Oh, great talk from Note. Also leads into a cool cascade, but both players sent in pretty similar amounts of garbage. Chikapoo, not a whole lot of action. Going into cascade, but it's only 2 lines. Note needs to draw a blue here. Finally drawn it. But this is only... actually,
you can't
we
up-dash
whiffed
that
the shot!
Oh, but you can up-dash this one, so... does get the second piece in time for it to be inconsequential. Ooh. The little
Yeah, that's
rage
pretty
wiggle
brutal.
again.
Yeah,
It gives him a nice cascade, so it doesn't really matter.
Alrighty. We would love to draw...
Gets the green cascade. It's going to get rid of a lot of his board. All of his board.
Don't even need it. Get me out of here. We're gonna see if
Chickapoo cascades out in orange now. The board disappears.
that is true. She's got it, actually. But it's also not like a huge amount of damage. It's only 2 lines.
Yeah, she cleared a lot of the garbage, or a lot of the material away before committing to the cascade to send the whole board.
Chickapoo. We're clearing instead of applying offense, which, I mean, you could do that, I guess. Well, Note is actually... does not look healthy, honestly.
Okay, this red gets him out of a lot of trouble, though. Now, the orange cascade will...
Is pretty huge, yeah.
Finish the... Oh no. Bridged on the left side. Okay, can clear the reds. And that's the orange cascade. There we go. And that's a blue cascade. And now we are back to
Chickapoo whiffed a shot. Finds a similar orange cascade. It looks like Note might be a little bit ahead in the pattern, I guess. Probably because Chickapoo sends a little bit more damage. Great cascade from Chickapoo, sending over 4 lines. No problem. Note pondering how to take this. Thinking about cascading these blues, but there's no place for them to land, really. He does have a cascade here if he makes a shot, which he does.
He's got to play fast. If another line comes in, he's going to be in a bad spot.
He really is.
Gets the red, but still needs to... Has material on board that needs to... Oh, that... Not so sure about that. Okay, gets the red. Never punished. And this will cascade away the rest of the board.
Alright, blueberry coming out. Chickapoo coming through this with, you know, excellent poise here. And some of these cascades are actually kind of huge.
Oh, and that's lethal.
It sure is.
Note unfortunately missing the double bank shot on those oranges.
Alrighty. Chickapoo would love to find a way to cascade a blue here. But actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to.
Still sends 4 lines.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that sometimes if you're hitting that hard, then does the extra bonus chain damage like really matter to you? Right?
Yeah.
If you're sending 4 or 5 lines, like who cares? Just send it. It's probably also cleaner for your board, like you're taking fewer risks. Chickapoo needs to find a blue cascade somewhere. Oh my god, what a bank shot! Holy moly! Note's not able to find a similar one on his board, but if he finds a green... Oh, actually...
Blues, though, so it's alright.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Tom is kind of a slog, though, huh?
Yeah, this character definitely lacks kill potential. The fact that it's only, what, a 5-color game? Red, orange, Yellow, blue,
Note
green.
may need to draw a green very soon. I feel like Chickapoo's pace is actually...
Nope.
Oh,
Gets
just
out of
barely
most of it.
lives. Can he hit this bank shot?
Does not.
He cannot.
But he has a second try. Okay. Could have cascaded the orange third try. Third time's a charm. But that left spire now is going to make this a little tricky.
If he aims a bit more to the left, he'll actually be fine. But
oh, but he's going to go for the red
he's dead.
drop.
He's dead. Actually.
No, if he hits this... Oh, you're right.
If he misses this, he dies.
If he hits it, he dies too.
Yeah, because he already had a clear above the cascade that he really wanted. Wow, Chickapoo.
Taking it.
Resetting the
10-0
bracket.
sweep.
Oh, are you just playing more? That's fair.
Oh,
You know what? That's fair.
they're staying in.
Please bear in mind, you can gentleman to a character other than Bub and Bob for your first game, but you know, since this is a new set, you can pick characters that you've already won with. Actually, it's not relevant because Note picked all the characters, huh? Go back to Dewey. Go back to Bub. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you gentleman to a different character, you can't. You can pick a different one. Otherwise, head back to Bub. I cannot read this.
It's not going to let me back in.
Note needs to press start here. No, you gotta press start. Does that not do anything? We're F3ing again. Start did nothing? Wow. What do characters do? They have different attack patterns. You shouldn't have desynced. But you somebody picked the single player mode. Might be the rightmost option. I don't remember. I could be wrong about this. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay, we did it. We're champions. What's going on here? Well, it looks like you definitely picked different characters. I'll give you that.
Yeah, the not desynced case not looking very strong at the moment.
Yeah, you're definitely desynced.
After I fought so hard to get back in.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do it again. I'm also gonna report Chickapoo's scores. Listen, I have TO powers. I'm filled with power. Alrighty. We're going back to the Merino mirror.
Ooh, boy. Fishy little
So this character... Just what a hoot. You know? I think this matchup is super fun. I love chaining through the rainbows. I love the heinous damage. I also feel like the damage that Merino does is both more interesting and also more deadly than a lot of other characters' damage. Note is in trouble. Speaking of being deadly. It doesn't matter. That's such a shame. Damn, this Chickapoo character seems so cool. That's true. She is quite the Bobble player. Like, unironically. Probably one of the strongest American Puzzle Bobble players on Fightcade. I'm trying to think. There's only a couple I can think of.
Maybe Rune. Oh, Rune's not American. So yeah.
No, Rune's not American. Okay. Note needs to find like 2 blues here, and then he can chain through the right side. That yellow is actually a bridge, right? Oh, whatever. It's so free.
Right, but the damage is rolling in.
Trying to tank something for some reason.
What a talk! Unfortunately, the board state is still looking... Okay, there it goes. That's a blueberry.
The casual. The merino blueberry. No way! 50-50'd? Holy moly. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Merino is his gurgling, drowning sounds.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Alrighty. We do need... Oh, never mind. It's all over.
Alright, Chickapoo, or note taking around though. Showing signs of life.
Oh yeah, I guess you can pick a character you lost on.
You can pick a character you lost on, yep.
I was just sort of shocked by that, the immediate, like, yeah, I'll do it again.
Run back.
Well, it's good to have, like, confidence knowing, like, this is a character I feel quite strongly about. Okay, so Note's gonna try a little blue chain through the rainbows.
Cascade does not give much, but these greens will drop the entire left side.
We do love that. Cascades do, in fact, send damage to other people, yeah.
Quite a bit, in fact.
Yeah, they do juice your damage quite a bit. Alrighty. Okay, Note is gonna try and chain through these rainbows again. Seems like pretty solid. He doesn't want to pop these greens, I don't think. Oh, he goes for it anyway. Yeah, you know, if I was doing the damage calculation, I don't know which was better, chaining through or dropping the reds directly.
Yeah, we don't really understand the damage formula in this game.
No, but Note does have a great blue chain here.
Yep, and sets up a nice little green drop too.
Mm-hmm. Yo, do it again? Do it again? Oh, yeah.
Chickapoo's board on the left is kind of Swiss cheesed a little bit here. It's going to be hard to get through.
If she can draw a green, she's actually Gucci.
But that green...
Oh, she needs a slow play. No! Oh my god!
No,
oh, it doesn't even matter!
It was
That's
such a
so
noble
sad.
Effort, but...
Oh my god, I felt that. Alright, so we'll never see Merino ever again. He's banished to the Nether Realm. Both players have won with him.
Unless.
Unless. You're right.
Okay, this Cascade's gonna clean up Note's entire board.
He simply doesn't need it. Send it over the blueberry. Chickapoo does not have an easy...
Chickapoo does not have an out. The ceiling push and the damage rolling, it's a kill by 2 lines. Very, very much dead.
Dude, Note does... Oh, it's bridged again. Alright. Note really needs to find a way to attack the right side. Gonna split it up by pairing off these greens. Needs to find a yellow cascade from somewhere, but there's no obvious route down. Damage rolling in from Chikapoo, multiple, and he could get 50-50'd here. He does.
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes you just know it's gonna happen. Just never finding a green.
Yeah.
Note,
Oh, he's dead.
Note really committed to looking for that green, and unfortunately, it just didn't come.
RNG's
not even a bad play to have made. Just
no.
sometimes you make the unlucky decision. Because like that cascade potential there was super juiced. The piece on top of the orange was already the big drop underneath. All right, neither player wants a board. We're gonna start with a different board.
A completely random board for both players. That way we can truly understand the grasp of RNGesus over our lives, you know? Oh, Note blocking off access to a drop by, putting the green down. Now we have a much more reasonable start. Both players doing the exact same thing, except Note's a little bit slower about it, which is fine. We're just doing a little bit of gaming. Oh yeah, big cascade from Note. Do it again. Chikapoo needs to draw an orange here.
Chikapu's not going to get 50-50'd. Has an opportunity to make a comeback here. Oh, but no,
she just needs a yellow.
These greens. This is a lot of damage incoming.
Yeah, but she's out.
But right as it happens, Chikapoo finds the out.
I wouldn't call her board state here like super healthy, but she does have this great cascade.
I
so
know.
that's the thing, right? Is that like
no.
Note just got absolutely robbed here with this bottom board damage. Yeah.
And then it got covered up.
Oh, let's go gambling? No, we're playing a serious game for serious people.
Going back to slugging a bag for lunch.
I don't want to play with RNG anymore. I want to win. Rum really is. Like, why is he like this?
He's just strong. The wood blocks are just the most stable thing you can do, and
that's true. Like
part of what makes them so strong is the fact that they don't rubber band.
Yeah.
Just like,
there's no chance of them cascading or.
And also when they do, they don't count for damage.
Yeah.
So it's just like it just that knowing you're sending A, less material, and B, material that's harder to get rid of just makes it a lot or not less material, but less material value for the same amount of board space.
For sure. Note needs to find a red cascade somewhere, but it's just not happening, and especially since the red he was targeting is now increasingly buried. There's just no outs here. We've actually got to start.
Oh, but unfortunately it takes the wrong side of the board. Oh, has to hit this tuck. This is a hard tuck to make. Oh, goes for the bank instead. It's a tough one.
Oh, she's too high. Oh!
Yeah. It's so hard not to overthink a bank shot like that. Alright, Chikapoo on tournament year. Right as we cross into midnight Eastern time. All right, the baby. The baby.
I do love the baby. You know? He croaks a little bit when he gets in the suit. It's kind of a nice little touch, you know? This game is adorable when it wants to be.
And
at other times
when it wants to be.
It sure is. Here we got the line pressure coming in.
Note seeding his board with these pairs. Looking for cascade potential.
Does find some action, but honestly, oh my god,
damage rolling in. So cruel.
The fact that it like auto corrects, you know what I mean? Like the leftover damage turns into rainbows, so that way you get like guaranteed Oki. That's filthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Chickaboo was not like...
Note getting 6 different colors there and nothing being accessible with... Just makes that an inescapable conundrum.
Okay. Yes, Maj and Fernie. Chickaboo has reset the bracket, which is such a Chickaboo thing to do. And she is on tournament point right now. She needs to find a green drop, but Note finding enough pressure to push her over the line. Note would love to keep in this game and
no,
make me really sad.
Frustrated about that one.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, it keeps happening. And here come the rainbow bubbles. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. Wait. No. Wait.
Never.
No.
Oh, the orange.
No. No, you little thief. You little scoundrel.
No, never punished 82.
No way. No fucking way. I'm allowed to curse. It's past midnight. It's officially night programming.
Wow, what a
Chickaboo finds a great cascade.
What a shot.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
3 lines for Note.
There's a lot of damage coming in.
It's 3 lines and basically a line of rainbow bubbles, so I'm pretty safe calling it right here. This slow play is actually not helping things. It's actually making the problem worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night.
Note splitting up the yellows there unfortunately did not help.
GG's. Congratulations, Chickapoo, on first place. Puzzle Bobble 4.
Version
Congratulations.
3, or just Bobble 16th. I think it's the 3rd time we run this game.
All right, so before we go, that's not all, folks. We actually have to remind you about some upcoming events here at Puzzle Wednesday. A week from now, August 7th, we have Magical Drop F. This is the magical drop where you can customize your character by selecting up to 2 items. We do have a banned item, but all of the other items are guaranteed quite strong, very interesting, and this game might be a little bit funny. We're playing this on Duck Station. GG's, Chickapoo. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Tonight's bracket was a blast, if it was a little long. August 14th is the following week. We have Unstack. This is the ugliest game I've ever seen in my life. This is Dr. Mario in 3D. You have Crash Gems in boxes. The viruses, the boxes, they are affected by gravity. So you pop one thing, your whole board could potentially explode and send over 200 units of garbage. So if you like this game, you might like that one. I won't lie to you. It does share that. August 16th, that Friday, we have a Friday mode for you. We have Tri-Puzz. This is the Puyo made out of triangles, where you're drawing one of two colors, red or blue. This might be blue or yellow. And anytime you match 4 smaller triangles, it'll explode. What's cool about this game is that instead of playing with dominoes, you have all sorts of different polygons made out of triangles. So you have to really think on your feet on how you're going to chain with the pieces, which gives it a really fun and refreshing quality. So that way you're not doing like the same chain form over and over again. August 21st, we have Pedal Crash. We're playing Tug of War using Pedal Crash Online, which you can get for free on itch.io. Don't worry, if you have a Steam copy, your Steam copy comes with a copy of Pedal Crash Online as well. The Tug of War is a Tug of War Pedal Crash. You're playing a little panel game where you're shooting pieces back and forth, trying to build chains and send garbage over to your opponent. Hopefully they'll overgrow, but if they don't, your points will accumulate in a little Tug of War minigame with a rope that constantly shrinks over time. It's pretty good. It's an indie classic. It's got beautiful rollback netcode, and we'll see you there for Pedal Crash Tug of War, August 21st. That's all, folks. We're done here.
Everybody.
We're getting out of here. It's late. It's time for me to go to bed. Actually, it's not time for me to go to bed. I have to make dinner still. You know, it's dinner time. My wife is probably mad at me. I'm in the doghouse. Not really. She didn't care. But I really appreciate everybody showing up. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And we'll see you next week for Magical Drop F.
Yeah, and
see you later.
Good night, everybody.